Do I look good? What's up, y'all? This Kimmy Kim from the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. Welcome, 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 welcome.
So we trying some new stuff.
We trying some new stuff. That's when when you're moving from the basement to the garage. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome to our humble, the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. Y'all can see more of us, as you can see. I can get up and dance if I felt like it. If I was in the mood, that's what Kimmy Kim would be doing. Yeah, but what's up, y'all? It's Friday night. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get paid today. You know what I mean? I know y'all sipping and, chilling. I ain't even got mine yet. You understand me? But it's going to happen in just a moment. That's my boy, big old head going up and down, working this thing. This is what we do. But look, we always show up just for you. So pull on up. Roll up and get you a smoke or whatever you want to do.
Whatever you do.
Whatever you do. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Can you bring it closer? Oh, what's up? Oh, my God. What's up, Instagram? What's up, my peoples? I want to make sure I say, I want to make sure I say hello to everybody. What's up, y'all? All this is recorded, and we get to see y'all, talk to y'all. So, what's up? Again. Right, exactly. It's Friday night. We chilling, sitting back. We about to, sip and spill and talk about some subjects. I don't know about you, but I got some things that your girl need to get off her chest. That's how it be on Friday, right? Like on Fridays, you kind of it's the end of the week. And all day you be like, when Monday come in, man, Friday here yet? Tuesday come, Friday here yet? Wednesday, it's hump day. 2 more days and I'm out. So I don't know what y'all doing this weekend, but I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful plans. And even if you're chilling and sipping and just relaxing and doing you, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? When you grown and chilling, you ain't got to be out wilding. But for those that are out and going to the club, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see you, girl, with your heels on. Okay, Yep, I'm looking back at it in the mirror. So I got it. See, this is how can we be chilling. I don't know about you, but I'm happy as hell it's Friday. So let me go ahead. I'm glad I'm off work. You know what I'm saying? You just want to do something like that. That's what I want to do. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I want to do. So for that said, what's up? So we want y'all to pull on up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We just want y'all to pull on up and we can, say hello. Say hello to your girl. Y'all know your people just be looking and we don't know that you're there, but I like to send the love. So hello and welcome. Okay,
we're recording here now. So this is the last.
So my boy Ed is coming. He's the electronic of the two of us. Hey, Deb. How are you, beautiful? I cannot wait to see you. Hi, Derek. Welcome. Love when my D's show up. See, I love that letter D because y'all is bad. And it have to be a Deb and a Derek. What you say? So how are you all tonight? How y'all doing? I know it's been Deb. I know you've been busy as hell as well as Derek. Okay. Good. I can't, you know what? You've been giving me good energy from just hearing your voice. So I already know it's just going to be epic when we meet. You know what I'm saying? Just that kind of energy we explode. Baby, I'm ready for it. And you? Well, hello, Derek. I don't want to forget you. He said, tell Ed you got time. He's pouring our drinks, you know what I'm saying? Because we about to get real comfy. You understand me? Real comfy right now. You know what I'm saying? So this is a new little thing we doing, So and make sure we meet everybody, what they say. Mm-hmm. So happy to see everybody here. Welcome to Friday night sip and spill with me and my boy. Get your drink on. So we can go ahead and do our welcome and toast. Who we got here? He said, I have to support when I can. I can't wait. We will have a blast. Yes, Dad, you're right. Derek said he hate who?
Oh, he. I don't know why he on a live with that. He's so funny. He talking about Lena. He talking about his girl.
Oh.
I think my man Derek the one had him a couple little tonight. Malachi.
Well, Deb, I don't know where I might have to fly on, or as ride on as we said we're gonna do, but I have to actually fly out tomorrow morning to support my little niece. But I'm coming right back. And that's in Atlanta. But gotta do what I gotta do because I'm a big supporter. But wherever you gonna be, I'm gonna pull up. He says, "Oh hell." Yeah,
he laughed. He laughing. He said he did. He definitely did. So listen, guys.
So I don't know who this Derek is, but I guess
Malachi. It's my buddy.
Okay, let me. Can I get my toast?
Yes.
Boom.
Welcome, you guys. We're doing another segment tonight. We went live, and we love talking to our people and getting it cracking. Tonight, though. I did a segment earlier when I did on not Instagram. It was on Hey Instagram. If y'all can see us, we did a live tonight the other day about. No, I did a live on TikTok.
Yes, you did. Yep, and I've been hit up about it already.
Been hit up about right. And
Kim, are you gonna weigh in? Yes, I am.
So the thing was the statement today was talking about I guess who are men or person? Did the person lie to the one they? Who do you lie to? The one you love or the one you don't love? Do you lie to the person that you love?
Yeah.
Or do you, tell the truth?
I thought it was, who do you lie to the most? And you said you lie to the one you love the most because you want to be able to have them think and feel a certain way without hurting them and this, that, and the other. Right.
Because it's basically like, if you love him, would you lie to him and stuff like that? It's like I forgot how the statement went. Maybe I didn't have my drink yet, but basically,
he said maybe he ain't had his drink yet.
Maybe
that it has begun. Yes, Deb, we gonna get it together. Like I said, I'm gonna be wherever you at. That's a definite.
Mm-hmm.
You is definitely on my 2022 radar.
Right.
Yeah, so we would definitely be there.
But what's your take on that? So I said today, my on TikTok, on Instagram, I was basically saying that men lie to the one they love, and I don't agree that they should, but we do because of the fact that we want to protect. If you love the person, you feel that if you tell them these egregious acts, or you do whatever, you expose whatever this bullshit you're on, you don't want to disappoint them, you don't want to hurt them and stuff like that. And I think we do it for those reasons, and I don't necessarily agree that we should do that. However, somebody was like, well, it's because they are selfish and this, that, and the other. Like, talk about that part of it. But I want to get your side of it first before I go any further on the other side of that.
I think for me, I want to be clear on what is asked or what is, what you're trying to convey. Are you saying that someone asked a question and they simply said, why do men lie to the ones they love the most? Or the question is, men lie to the ones they love the most because. So if he's in a relationship with two different people,
right,
the one he loved the most is the one he lies to.
Right.
But the one that he tells the truth to, that means he don't love that person So that's why I say, for me, my reaction to that is not about he lies the most to that person. That means he loves that person the most. I feel like you make a conscious decision. A lot of times people can call something a mistake and it be a decision.
Mm-hmm.
You make a conscious decision to do whatever you do. You know what I mean? You truly do. You have took the time to think about whatever you're going to, whether you react fast, slow, or not. You truly make a decision to do that. But I don't think it's a level of love more, love less. However, if you have history with this person, or you've been with this person, or that person, the significance of that person, you simply love them and don't want to hurt them.
Right.
We don't want to hurt anyone just on a show. And we don't know a lot of people. We're not out to hurt anyone.
Right.
However, and it just comes with a substance or like of our family and members and people that we engage with on a daily or been in our life, we don't want to hurt them. So that's when they say, just like your child, you don't want to tell them something, you know what I'm saying, that, can possibly hurt them and cripple them. But in a relationship, it's the same way. So, you're my guy, you're my man, $100,000. even in friendship, you don't want to hurt the person. Like I know if I say a certain thing, this is going to hurt you.
Right.
So it doesn't mean it's like, I love Kim, so I'm a lot of her. So, because I want to keep her in a certain way. To me, that to me is the ultimate mistake. I understand you said you don't agree with that. However, but some men and some women think that I better keep lying to him. Because why? Once again, the reason why when someone might say to you that it's selfish is because you do make a conscious decision to say that I'm going to lie to you so it won't hurt you, but also it won't affect me. Because once you tell one lie, you got to continue to lie. And then it goes on. And then in the end, the person still get hit and they get hurt. Regardless, whether you lie today or you lie tomorrow, it's going to affect it. Just don't lie, as you say. I would rather you tell the truth to all than...
Right. I think those, and the point I was making, well, what I was getting to, I guess the other side of it was like, I think if you start a relationship that way, you just kind of keep it that way. But a lot of us, we didn't start that way. We didn't start being 100% honest in a lot of these relationships. Deb says, I absolutely agree with you, Ed. And as I personally got older, I pay attention to what that soul can handle. That's something I didn't take into consideration. It's almost like, this is something that Andrea would tell me all the time. She says, sometimes you'll tell somebody the truth, but is it your place to tell them the truth? Like, let's say, for instance, like there's somebody who might have gained some weight, but they're not your partner. They just, you saw them gain weight. It's true, but is it your place to tell them, hey, you got a little pudgy, you got a little back, or, or is it your place to really tell them that? Because it's really kind of hurtful. Like, or, so I think and I'm looking at it from that standpoint, like what she was saying, that you got to kind of feel that person's soul. Like, what can they handle? Like certain things, I guess you still should be able to tell them, but maybe.
No, well, and me, I say this all the time. I think it's truly in the power of delivery.
Okay.
I can manipulate and say my words in a way that I'm going to get my point across, and I'm going to tell you the truth, but I'm going to put it back on you as if you the one came up with that.
Okay.
So I think, like I said, to me, it's just a deciding factor. I feel like it's just certain things. As my friend, I feel like you shouldn't have me out here looking crazy in these streets.
Okay.
And that's what everybody feel like when it comes to their woman and a man. That's the number. That's why you should be 100% authentic and be, as we say, it's not what we, just heard, it's what we know. But at the same time, I think you do need to be tactful when it comes to somebody weight, when it comes to somebody just looking different, when it comes to, I think for me, I say this, I say a disclaimer all the time, be careful if you ask me for something, as far as if you want my answer, because I'm going to come 100. But at the same time,
if they ask
I'm not going to be tactful and just hurt your feelings until, it all depends on what kind of situation we're in, because your girl can go there. But I'm just saying, but in a loving relationship, with my children, with my friends, they really do wait before they come to me, because they say, after I've exhausted everybody else, basically kind of playing with words, I really want to know the real, and I know Kimmy going to give it to me.
I'll give you the skinny, yeah.
But at the same time, my delivery still has to be in a way that they know is coming from a place of love. And I feel like we start that in the way that we deliver to the people that we love. And it starts, if I really mess with you and I really love and care about you, I'm not going to be sitting up and saying, Ed, you just fat and nasty. I mean, damn, nigga, when you go, when you go get your ass in somebody's gym? Damn.
Right.
That's just wrong to say. There ain't no more than you come back to me and say, damn, Kim. That's all you do is wear fucking wigs and wigs. Damn, girl, you just told up. Can I ever? I'm just saying, so you don't do that, right?
That's
so out of love.
Out of love. And then it's like, if it's something that doesn't need to be said and all that.
Like you pick it. That's why I say you make a deciding factor and you pick and choose what you should and should not say. Sometimes you do need to let that person kind of wallow in what's going on. But I think what you was talking about and where we asked, the question that I'm asked about why men always got to lie. If he loved me, why he got to lie to me? That's in a specific question in a relationship.
So let me ask you that. So that's a good question. Because I got guys that say this all the time. Women say they want to know the truth, but when you tell them, they act crazy about it. That's where I was
going next. You're absolutely correct. So that's why I say you need to be careful what you ask for. Just like a man can say, I want a woman that's down for me, a ride or die, got me everything. And then he'd be like, he get blessed with that and go, this is unfamiliar. I don't know what to do with that. I mean, I'm not used to that, because he put himself in a certain realm of a type of woman, or a woman put herself in a certain realm of a type of man. And then when they get there, that's, you got to be careful what you ask for. You can mess around and get it.
Because so my angle with that, or I guess my ask would be, I get a situation. I'll say, okay, somebody will say, hey, I want a man. I want you to be 100% honest with me and truthful with me. And then they'll say something. The guy say, yeah, I don't like this, that, and the other. Then because of that honesty, they decide to just disengage the relationship. Like the relationship is dead. They just bounce on it because they're like, whatever you said, just kind of, fuck with them. And they're done with it. You feel like, damn, you actually told the truth. And then I tell you the truth. And then you just saying, now you're done with the situation.
And that's why I said delivery is powerful. The way you dress it up, the way you put it up. You know what I'm saying? If you finna get ready, you know what I'm saying? It's just like somebody, and I like to give this type of metaphor, as you will. When you the way you dress it up is the way you can really be able to get them to perceive and receive what you're finna say. For example, I ask you a point blank question, and then I say to you, well, so how do you really feel about me? And then you all over the place, because in your mind, I don't really know what I want to do. But you, once again, I don't want to hurt you. So if it's not what you think I want to hear, you're gonna go a certain way. But then what if you straight come back and absolutely say, so then you know what, I'm not, I'm not probably not where you at. So I'm gonna speak on myself. For example, how you feel about me, Kim? I'm really feeling you. You know what I'm saying? You that person for me. Okay then. I'm like, so are you really ready? Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of day you having. I want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? And then all right then and there, they feel some sort of kind of way. You want to read that comment?
No, Derek had put something. He said, what if you tell them that I love you, but I'm not in love with you because of the woman that you are or the person you are?
Well, you being authentically honest, Derek. I don't see nothing wrong with it. But the person that you might be telling that to, and even though she asked you, she really wasn't ready for the answer. Sometimes people do that to put you on the spot, and then you mess around, like I said, and get the truth. You mess around,
and I know him personally. And there's a scenario that I don't even want to put it out there, but it is so funny. I don't know if you mind me saying this, but I asked. There was a situation where we all having a good time, drinking, having a good time, and the partner of the person was asking them how he felt, and I said, "Listen, let's put this all to rest." So I'm thinking we're gonna ask a question, and he's gonna just be like, "Yeah, this is what it is," and they were like, "Yeah, no, I love the other person," and I was like, I just felt like, "Oops." Like I should have asked the question. I did because I was like trying to put it. I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, what's going on?
You thought it was gonna be like that person gonna be like, because I love him.
I'm right here, right?
And then they messed around and told the damn truth, and then everybody was mouth dropped. Like,
yeah, that's what happened in this situation.
Well, then that's why before we read Debbie's comment, and that's why, Derek, I tell Ed all the time, I simply say that when you're going along with these relationships, you're smashing, you're doing all things, you need to have inventory conversations. For real. Even if you in long-term relationship, just stop walking around thinking everybody's complacent, they thinking the same way, because he could truly be, and she can truly be showing your person can truly be with you in a way that night, told you up, so to speak, right? Did all that and still be like, roll right over 6 a.m. Good morning, Queen. What you doing, boo? So what I'm saying is either it's there, it's not. But if you don't have these conversations, you're going to keep yourself and that infatuation web. And then you just find yourself, I didn't want to hurt you, but I really feel like for women, I'm going to speak on women, and Deb, you can chime in on this. I feel like the God gave us this beautiful power of intuition. It's either we accept or we ignore it. And I just feel like you already know. But when it's said out the mouth, it's like, oh, it's a revelation. But real talk, you already know.
Well,
so let's read. Yeah. So Deb said, I think it can be difficult when you're in love or liking someone and they don't feel the same way, or if they are ready to leave a situation. Some women cannot handle the truth, but they want it. But as soon as they get the truth, it's hard not to feel a certain way. So women sometimes have to tread lightly. Right. They do have to tread lightly, but as they I think, well, they treading lightly because they don't want their feelings hurt. But if you want to be the most authentic, powerful woman that you feel that you are, and you want to get the love that you feel that you're giving out, you already know if bro ain't giving it back to you that way. I mean, you already know. But you can put stuff on and try to make him be something in your mind. You know, a person can truly be in a relationship with you, but you're not in a relationship with them. Damn. And then you be like, what? I thought this was. I thought this. Well, how did you think that? I know a guy, and him and the girl, they was kicking it, friends, doing all this, and all of a sudden, she point blank asked him one day. So I feel like we finna we gonna go get a ring. He like, what? I'm like,
get a ring?
Yes.
Like the woman asked him.
So I got two friends. They kicked it. They did everything together, trips, everything. Of course, they smashing everything.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't believe in titles, so she was never allowed to say that was her man. None of that. But he spent all his time. He did everything with her and for her like a man. So she was like, they went on their little international trip. Mm-hmm. They come back and he was telling he tell her he love her. So she's like, it's been a year and a half. Like, I'm finna get a ring. So certain particular day came around, their anniversary. She was like, I know this is finna go down. And he was like, where did you get that from?
Damn.
And she said, what? And he said, where did you get that from? She said, so we've been doing all this and doing that and what that. He said, I told you I love you. That's up now. Okay. Because I asked her though. Now I was asked that question. I asked her, God always send you, he always send you a warning. And you always know. I said, there was red flags that you chose to overlook. And then when you wanted to address them, you were so scared of what the answer would be. So you fell back and you put another layer on it. Then you fell back again and you put another layer on it. Then you fell back again, put a layer on it. Then when the shit hit the fan, you was in a relationship all by yourself. Because to him, you was just his homie.
Damn.
She had been devastated from that. So now she's straight dog man from that.
But here's the thing. It's sad on what side? Because I have a perspective on that.
It's sad that she took that one experience and just like all men.
I feel like it's sad that she didn't take the man. See, people get. This is what I was.
Okay, you feel sad that she didn't do what?
She didn't take the man.
What you mean take the man?
Well, the man gave her what she wanted. She wanted in a certain package, right? She wanted the man to be in this traditional form. He's going to propose and all this other kind of stuff. And because he didn't do it in this particular fashion, it was trash.
It wasn't so much about a proposal. It was the fact that he told her that he ain't in that where she was at. Like, this what we do.
He said he loved her though, right?
He said, I love you. She said, so I'm thinking that we progressing. She thinking like, I'm your woman, now I'm finna be your fiance. And that's what a relationship does. It usually go in a certain cycle.
Okay,
but he dropped it all the way down to
you lying. Kim, I can't.
He was like,
I'm about to hang up.
He was like, what you? He said, what? He said, what? He said, what made you think that? She said, what you mean? I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
So why did he demote? Why did he go all the way down to the lowest?
Because to me,
the pressure
that's always with science. He did everything just because they do all that. Come on, Ed, you was that ninja before. You can do. I ain't saying specifically that, but when you're in a younger state of mind,
I know what you're saying. Like,
you put people in compartmentalized. I mean, I do too, but it's a certain respect and level when you mature. But in his case,
what I'm asking is, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand. Okay. He went from, so was he saying that he had other women, that he wanted somebody else more?
No.
Or that was his woman? No. They were together. He wasn't seeing nobody else. He wasn't doing any.
If he was, he didn't tell her. It don't always got to be a cheating thing either.
Well, no. Okay.
Or another woman. He just simply said, this is where we're at. So you thinking that we're going here, just like you working a job 9 to 5 and you killing the game. So you think your boss seeing you, he's like, good job, good job, man, you're doing great. And you're like, oh man, I couldn't believe you got that done. And then all of a sudden you think the promotion come up and it's like, this should be you because he just showed you all the signs that you're going to be that person. Then he was like, I was never considering you for that position.
You thought I was getting job.
You actually thought that was you?
No.
Of course
you
not.
Were never getting that job.
Ever.
But see, here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But the other side of it is like, no, actually, you're not getting that job. Not only are you not getting that job, you're actually getting fired. That's what it sounded like he did.
So deuces, if you think so.
And that's why you're getting fired. Because
so nice. We had a good time, though. We had fun.
That is some booty ass.
No, but
stuff.
That's the kind of stuff that happened in the world for real. Want to read a comment?
She said, "Yep," and then he said,
"She said true."
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And he said he had bought her a ring and all type of ish, and she bitter because my ex was moving, and I went over to help her and my stepkids for the last time. I was ending something to start new. You can't fault me for being a man in that situation.
Okay, so let me talk to Derek. Let me sit back a little bit. I need some ice in this here. So Derek, what you saying is you was in it, yeah. You were saying that you were seeing a young lady and she basically got upset with you. Am I right, Ed? Because you decided to go and help your ex-girlfriend see for the last time her and the stepkids that you had a relationship with, and she felt some sort of kind of way, and that put a dim on you and her relationship. Am I following so good, Derek? And you want her to receive and accept the fact that you were a man by doing that. So I don't know if you went out of something. I don't know. But I'm going to comment on that and just simply say this. A lot of times people put their own insecurities on that mate. They put the things that what they're battling with on you. You understand what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be a transfer of energy, as you will, because it's not nothing you can do for that particular person that will make them be in any kind. I mean, you can love them to death. You can give them all that. If you're not in it, and I gotta constantly keep doing things to make you feel secure, then it's nothing I'm ever gonna do. That's all about you. So what you need to do, I would say, Derek, is just know that, of course, you being a man, you went over there, you did that. Her insecurity lies within her. Now, I don't know if y'all had issues prior. I don't know if y'all went through something and that you made her feel some sort of kind of way. But at the end of the day, most women need to take a reflection in the mirror, and men, because I know some brothers that's tripping all over themselves as well. And really just take a look at yourself. I'm tripping. Sometimes you be really tripping, because when you know who the hell you are, ain't nobody gonna rock or shake your foundation. Baby, go ahead. I got you. You gonna help out, baby? That's so sweet. You going over there. You gonna say bye to the kids. Because you was close to them, wasn't you were. I know. Man, baby, I'm sorry. Just go on here. Like you said, Derek, you was ending something to start something new. But the woman that you was trying to start something new with, she wasn't ready for the man that you're becoming. See, in order for a man to get on his throne and to become the king that God made him to be, he got to be able to stand. And that means he got to believe in himself. And a woman can see that from afar and close. But if she looking at you and think that any little time somebody will walk by with a big booty or big breast or a pretty smile, and every time I think you're going to shake or move or do anything with that, then the problem is not you, honey. The problem is me. You understand what I'm saying? It's me. Because at the end of the day, when you sure, ain't nothing nobody going to be able to say or do. I'll be like, I got you. Go ahead. Matter of fact, you kiss them kids for me. You understand me? That's you know what I'm saying? But you're a good guy. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I just love how you love. But see, there it is, I'm gonna go ahead and say Kimmy Kim is a different kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I'm just different and unique. I'm just gonna say that every woman, when you grow up and you become grown as hell like me, those are some things that you look at. That's the last thing I'm looking at, is that last ex ain't got nothing. You understand? That we ain't gonna do all that, because a man gonna show you, and a female gonna show you who they really is without you doing anything. Really. So, but a lot of times you bring your insecurity and you try to put all these unexpected expectation on your mate, and you shouldn't do that. That's the number one failure. You should not try to put unexpected expectation on your mate. Straight up. My girl Debbie said, absolutely agree, Kim. And on point. Yes, I just, it's just sad that sometimes we can't really walk in ourselves. I feel like we super duper more powerful when we walk in our own shortcomings, because when you take a look at yourself, you can see a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Really, you can see a lot of things. A lot of times Ed and I say, a lot of times he's heard me say, I say inventory checks, authentically being ourselves, mm-hmm. and the way you deliver, the way you talk, all that comes to me comes from experience that I've had in my life. I've experienced a lot of loss, a lot of pain, right, a lot of time. And I spent a lot of time, by myself. And with that said, it's because I feel like truly everyone needs to know how to be able to be by themselves before you can offer anything to anyone else. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm tripping and dipping on every little thing that goes on, I'm with a man now, and then all of a sudden, now every little thing he do, I got a problem with. The problem ain't him. The problem is me. Mm. And then vice versa. You in a relationship, ladies. And then, Ed and I had this conversation a while back about like, I'm gonna go there for a second about just being poly. And it's cool, like you with another mate, you this and that. Well, in the monogamous world, it's like we grew up, and Ed grew up like this too. All y'all poly out there, y'all grew up like this before you became poly. So it's just a thing of you go, you get dressed and you say, babe, that's what you like. You wear that. Do you look at you? You're like, babe, but I mean, you're not gonna be, So real talk, it's okay for your man or your woman to dig on you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To see somebody else interested in you or like you, it's okay. That's perfectly okay. You know what I'm saying? It's the ignorance of it, and it's the way you act that it becomes a problem. I don't think that's monogamous or poly. However, Ed has said in so many different segments that being poly, you open. Like, it's okay for you to love more than one person. It's okay for you to love. But what about just the way you just decide? Some people feel monogamously, and I grew up this way. Man, if he don't care, if you could just be with somebody else, that means he don't really love
like if he don't
Right,
trip on
right.
you wearing something that might be a little revealing.
Even if it's not that, just the fact, if he don't lose his rabbit ass mind because there's another person in the building that like you and want to pursue you and want you, and he just be like, okay, go ahead, babe. Like, oh no, ain't no real nigga gonna do that. That means he don't care about you. Let me tell you what I've learned about that. Once again, it goes back to who you are.
Right.
This ain't poly or monogamous. This is a straight up Kimmy Kim gem from experience. You really need to own where you at to be able to accept where someone else is going. You need to repeat that. You really need to own where you at to accept where someone else is going. If you're in a relationship with somebody, of course that's natural. This is a natural DNA of you can have some jealousy.
Right.
If Ed wished to do another show with somebody else, y'all ain't gonna see him no more. I'm gonna go on record and say that. You understand me? You ain't gonna see him no more. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, whatever happened to
Buddy?
Buddy?
He know what the hell I'm talking about.
What happened to Buddy? Buddy got popped off.
But at the end of the day, I would feel some sort of kind of way. So what I'm saying is that like, and he would too. Like, I'm all on the show, and I got me and this new buddy. I'm like, yeah, this is my guy. Ooh, like, really?
Who is Buddy?
Really? You know what I'm saying? Also, so that's what we was
on here with Derek Jackson.
Exactly. And I'm like, yeah, Erica, let's toast. And we're not sipping, we're sipping and chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, it is always going to be some sense of, like, a fallback. But it's the ignorance to me that you display. That, and you act a fool. That don't mean he love you. Some women really feel like that. Oh, he love, or men. I call it straight up toxicity. When you just like a person that lose their rabbit mind. I had a guy say, I don't like the fact that he said you don't call, you don't text, and he's like, what's that all about? I'm like, I engage. It's like you like a guy. Like, I feel like, damn, like
you ain't running behind.
And I said, I'm sorry. Am I missing something? He said, I'm just saying, like, he said, I said, no, I think what you're experiencing is a grown ass woman. See, you're used to somebody calling you. I'm sure I don't need to be following you 24/7. I feel like I engage adultly, meaning that you reach out to me, I reach back out to you, and vice versa. I reach to you, you reach back to me. But, some people now, the way the world is, I'm not chasing you, I'm not doing all that. I think that's all type of bull crap either. Listen. I don't have a problem, as grown as I am and as sure as I am. I don't have a problem. If it's some interest that I have, I'm going to pursue that. I'm going to engage in that, and I'm going to put myself out there more. However, Ann, if that's all you sitting back and say, yeah, I got Kimmy Kempford on my phone, she's going to be calling me, and and then I don't, and then you got something to say, then I'm sorry. I don't meet the criteria. I'm probably not the woman that you like, because I don't do that. I just don't do that. You don't
do running behind nobody and that type of thing.
I don't feel like it's running up behind. I just feel like that. And some people, he said, like, for example, we have an argument. I can talk about Ed and I can say something. Ed can say something. I'm like, okay, you through? Okay, because we ain't got time for this shit. Okay, we got stuff to do. Listen, I raised my sons. You got 20 minutes to be mad, ninja. 20 minutes. After that, your ass better smile, fake a smile, laugh or something, because that's too much energy, and I don't allow it. So that's the same way I feel in a relationship. I'm gonna get upset. I can get mad. You can get mad. You can feel some sort of kind of way.
Right.
But we gotta move past that. We can't stay there. You can be angry, you can be mad, but we can't stay there because that's too much energy, and it just don't make us right.
I was so let me. So you're feeling like if a person feels that if you don't act a fool about them doing something or because like I'm gonna change up a little bit. Like say we were at a party and somebody's like all over you and they just disrespect. I'm like, it's all good. That right there is whack. I wouldn't go for that. But if you said, hey, there's an understanding between the party, you're like, yeah, that's my boy. I'm gonna go hang, blah blah blah, and you want to do that as the partner. And as a partner, you saying, okay, we have our boundaries and our rules, and you want to do what you want. You want to do what you want to do. I respect what you want to do. However, I'm not going to just let anybody disrespect you, or vice versa. So that's what I was saying. So those were cases like a dude just hounding you and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, well, he want to hound you. It's fine. He want to be all over you, and you not with it. And you like, I don't nobody. I don't like him.
So it's right. So it's two folds to that. Some guys
like
and
really,
some women like. I know a guy. He was like, the reason why I know she loved me because she be straight folding ninjas. I'm like, you think she loved you because of that? No, nigga, that's control. Or a woman like, he loved me because he don't play about me.
Mm-hmm.
He don't play about me. Look, a man don't have to play about his woman, but he don't gotta be like, he don't gotta act a fool. I mean, Ed, I've said this about me all the time. I like a very masculine man. That's from the type of father I have. And what I mean by masculinity is that you don't have to be wild and loud. I just want you to look at me and I'm already know. Okay, babe, I got you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? See, that's a different kind of person,
right.
With a different kind of understanding. But what Ed is saying, if you out and a man is disrespecting the woman that you came with, and he just like, oh, you grown, you can handle it. Then I don't think that woman should mess with his ass no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but what if this happens? What if you out with a female and the guy over there, she kind of uncomfortable. She not uncomfortable because dude messing with. She uncomfortable because you watching. So do you say something or do you just let it be? So, okay, I'm gonna flip it on me. We out. And you just another woman walk up, hey, Ed, I saw you on the show. Oh my God, you were so handsome. And then next, she just keep on, hey, Ed. Mm-hmm. She keep on, mm-hmm. And then it's mm-hmm. and it's she just keep doing stuff, right? And then you see me looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she just keep doing it. So I'm gonna watch you.
So you're trying to see what he's gonna be on.
I'm finna see what you gonna be on. So, but if you start engaging back, so should I come and act a fool? No, I'm not. Because if you engage it back, then that tells me that I'm gonna step on off. You understand me?
Okay.
But I'm not gonna act a fool. Mm-hmm. But if you resist it and you like, okay, okay, I appreciate it. You don't want to touch me right there.
Right.
You kind of just showing her. And I see she ain't
getting
it.
You be on that like that,
Then she deserves to be Kimmy touched. Right. You understand me?
You should be pointing at the wife like, what I'm saying? Wife. Do that, you know what I'm saying?
You don't even got to do that. Because when you got that type of connection, you say, oh, you got them hands right. Well, you know what I'm saying? Sister ain't bad. I ain't, I can say for myself, I ain't bad on the trigger. So I would say that you can be touched. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the disrespect goes a certain way.
And it has to be, I guess you're right. He has to, whoever that person's engaging with the disrespectful shit, have to shut it down.
Yeah.
You had to trust him to shut it down. Like, you've been 30 minutes on not shutting this shit down. Right. So either you down for it, which means you're part of this.
But I'm saying, so let's speak specifically with the title of being poly. Is that okay? It's still a level of, and Ed said this to me, my understanding, it's still a level of respect, whether you're poly or not. You don't disrespect the person that you with.
Yeah, you don't disrespect. There's levels
to a stranger.
No, you don't. Well, see, what happens is you go into it. A lot of people go into situations like some people are swingers and stuff like that. So they go into a situation open, like whatever happens. Or they go into it kind of whatever. So they set their boundaries. But it's just some shit like you just said, just like that. I don't give a damn, poly, mono, married, whatever, not married, divorced, whatever. If I'm there with my friend, if I feel like you're being disrespected, we don't have to be in a week. Me, you can go somewhere and somebody doing something like, man, you good? This what you want? You cool on that? Because this is looking real tricky. And I see your eyes like, no, help me out. like I don't know him. Right. He said he's my cousin. He's really not. So I think that you just kind of you check it. You go ahead. You check the situation. So no disrespect is allowed.
She said Deborah said, but I think in the entertainment field you have to sit back and let the woman handle. So I think it depends on your occupation.
Yeah. because men say stuff. Because most time women have a very good way of handling things. I've had this happen a few times when I'm out and this no part of none of that. It's just we out and somebody's dressing my wife and stuff. Before I used to when I was young, I would clown. What up, nigga? I'm on that. I'm real heavy with the voice and everything, jumping in the way or whatever. But I started to kind of be like, she'll look and I'll look and she'll say the thing. If it gets to a point, and they'll do. I've had a guy one time we were out, and at this point I was really on my swole tip, and we were out, and the guy was in my white face or whatever like that, and he just talking. And they was trying. He wanted to dance, like, hey, what's going on, whatever. And she pointed at me like that. He looked at me, and that nigga took off. I've never had a problem with guys be like. I've never been in a situation where guys just keep going. They just be like, and they go. For the most part, most people are respectful anyway. So she don't be real.
So I experienced the opposite. I experienced it a guy when I was out with my ex-husband. We were out, and the guy, he was the big guy, and he was like, and then I was like, I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole husband.
Right.
All nice, but it was in a position where this was my job function, and me and him worked in the same place, but he really put me on the spot. So I'm looking like, help, Kenny, help. And so Kenny came immediately because he was one of, he's that person, like he was on it. So he come and he was like, and he like, we at this, he trying to be, you know what I'm saying, in a very calm nature. Right. This is my wife's job. I'm not trying to show out.
Right. I'm not trying to fuck nobody else.
And he was like, he said, listen, Kim, when you get through with this, I'm telling you, he can't do what I can do for you. I'm just letting you. So he just straight disrespected me. So at that point, I said, I'm about to lose my damn job.
That is so fucking
so
crazy.
I looked and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is I stepped back and I was like, I'm about to lose my job. And
that shit is crazy.
He was like, he said, can I talk? My ex-husband said, can I talk to you for a minute? All I know, they was outside and I was able to, kind of go on and do my little thing. But he never came back inside.
The guy didn't?
He never made it back inside.
Well, ain't no telling. I'm not even going to put no.
But that night, we was at the emergency room because Kenny had to get,
right.
It broke his knuckles. Yeah. That's how that ended.
Yeah. No.
But he did it in a way that I wasn't embarrassed. But I'm just saying, people do try. I remember sitting on a bus one time. I was, it was way back, a little, younger first. And I was with my guy. And this guy said, you know what? And I was like, this one here is a food. You don't want, you know what I'm saying? He said, this how people, so people will try you. You need, when you get rid of with this little vanilla, you need to get on with you some chocolate, baby girl. Because see, you missing out. You don't know what to do with that chocolate, boy. I'm telling you. I've experienced.
What in the fuck have you been?
Female. Let's flip it. A female say, I can do some things. Remember you said, like, people say, so I can treat you better than your mate.
Yeah.
Had a female said, see, she too pretty. She can't do what I know you look like you like it dirty and nasty.
What?
Yes, told my husband at the time, I think you like it dirty now. So I'm telling you right now, get rid of that pretty girl stuff. I think you like it dirty and nasty.
My God, I don't know where the hell you been or who these people are that need to get murdered. And
so
shit.
when so I'm just saying, it exists. You can imagine, you can think about whether you expose what happened to you or not. It exists. I'm saying some people just try you.
They do try you
until they learn. I don't think she was ever able to truly. I think she had. I still do. She got dentures. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Girl, I'm just saying with that said, you know what I'm saying? You just shouldn't try people. You just shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
She got dentures after the fact.
Oh, most definitely.
You had to deal with
Are you serious?
You put some bald up hands on them.
Yes. She definitely had to have a Kimmy touch.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what the hell happened. They were damn ass laughing her ass.
I just said, I look, I have had some experience. You hear me? Things do happen. That's why nothing shocks the hell out of me no more, because it can happen.
At any given time.
At any given time, it can happen. So being exposed to something new, you know what I'm saying? I think you shouldn't be closed off. But to my boy Derek, my heart kind of go out to him because he really was. Derek, did you hear what I said to you? You said that your phone rang, but I wanted to channel in on that.
Oh yeah, go back to him.
Derek, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because I don't know if you heard what I had to say about your comment. And I know you'll be able to see it if you go back to it live, but I just want, okay. What'd he say?
Oh, so people was calling. He said he didn't hear it.
So you didn't hear it. Okay, so scroll up, Ed, and go back to Ed. Go back to Derek's. You're gonna see me. I'm gonna give you the same energy though. I might say it different this time.
He bought a ring, that part.
But you said that. You said I bought. Go ahead and read it, Ed. Then
I bought her ring on all types of shit. But she bitter because my ex was moving, and I went over to help her and see my stepkids for the last time. I was ending something to start new. Basically, I'm ending it with her, closing chapter, open a new chapter with you. You can't fault me for being a man in that situation.
Okay, so what I was saying to you, Derek, is the fact that when you said that you was ending something to start something new, however, the person that you was trying to start something new has an insecurity within her. It's not on you, sweetheart. It's on her. And, you know, when a man say, well, I bought her this and I did that, another thing, I'm going to stop right there and hone in on that just for a second. And then you can come in. I've never been the type of woman that material things impresses me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to impress me and, you know what I'm saying? Certain women I know, you like this from kindness of my heart. I bought her rings. I bought her bags. I gave her money. And a brother, y'all working hard and you like, I do all this for the woman. So you damn sure want her to appreciate it. I got you. I'm with you. But learn the type of woman that you want. If you got that type of woman, you give into that love affirmation. I got you. But at the same time, sometimes the stuff that you do is all about you. It's not required. I know I've stopped plenty of brothers in that. I'm not impressed. But with that said, what I am impressed is the fact that you can simply state that I was starting something new to end something. You built a relationship with those children. They don't know no better, whether you not smashing their mama no more. And you felt some sort of kind of way the woman is leaving. However, to me, I'm not going to call the other young lady not a real woman. I'm just going to say a woman. He said, what about loyalty? Yes, loyalty. So I would say a woman, that's Deborah. But I would say a woman that is sure about herself, Derek, she don't have a problem of you doing anything, because what I've learned in my years is that everything and anything will come to pass. If I go looking for it, I'm damn sure gonna find it. But at the end of the day, you can do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when you get with somebody and all of a sudden you act like they ain't never had a relationship before you. Or the people that before you didn't mean nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And just because I'm not with that person anymore, that don't mean that they don't have a significant part in my life. Now, however, how I choose to interact with them on a daily, if I still keep smashing them, then I'm tripping, okay? But if I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You my man, 100 grand, and I say, listen, I'm going to go over here. You know, I want to say bye because I really love, you know, my ex-boyfriend, kids. And I just want to say bye. I mean, they moving out of town. You know, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, I'm going, and I want my man to understand that that's what I'm about to go do. Right. And he trusts that I'm gonna do. But if he got all kind of insecurities and stuff, and you know he judging me from all kind of other relationships, or the fact that he thought that I was with somebody else and I was supposed to be here and I want that, all that is on him. Right. So that transfer of energy, don't let that take over and and take away from your shine. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Because you being that person, you said, that's being a man. Like I said, in order for you to take the throne and be the king that God built you to be, you have to learn how to stand. And standing on that, you know what I'm saying? Just your character alone. And it was nothing wrong for you to go over there and say bye. You know what I'm saying? We as people, we're going to do what we want to do anyways. Nobody going to be able to stop that. Right. People say, well, you have to come in at a certain time. You can't go here. You're going to listen. If that's the person that I want to get and I'm going to smash and I want to be with him, trust and believe it's going down. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I said you make a decision to do whatever before it's done. Whether you speak it out loud or not, you already made that decision already. So at the end of the day, the person that you was trying to start something new with, Derek, she wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for
I don't think
anything.
she, yeah, because I know the situation.
But she still was insecure about her own self. And it was not a damn thing he was going to be able to do to help that insecurity. That's another thing too. We get caught up in the okie doke. I know I have. I know you may have an experience or have given that. And that is trying to make the person, okay, babe, I'm not going to go. I'm
going to sit around here and make sure
I'm just going to be here. So long as I know that you're feeling in your mind and heart that you see me every day. I go to work, I come home, I don't do nothing else. So in your mind, this make you feel good. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even want that type of relationship. You know why? And I did that. I have to say I did. I thought that was going to make everything better, but it don't, guys. It don't make everything better. You be fucking miserable. Beyond. You know what I'm saying? Because a relationship shouldn't be built on, I got to do everything to make you. It's certain things should just come to the level of by yourself that you should feel okay. Derek, comment what he said.
Right, I spent 5 years with her. Yeah, it was hard. We sold the house. I needed my cut. Plus, I was hurt, but that the heifer still sick about it. I couldn't have.
Sound like he's sick too. Sound like he's sick about it as well.
Should we read what he said?
Yes, read it.
He's not.
We this a platform. They can say what they want on here. Come on.
I'm trying there. I'm sorry.
Want me to read it?
Yeah,
let me read it. Because I'm damn sure gonna say it. It said, right. I spent 5 years with her. Yeah, it was hard. We sold the house. I needed my cut. Plus, I was hurt. But the heifer still sick about it. I couldn't have sex or fuck her because we used to make love, so the thrill was gone. But the kids love me, you dig? You know, so you talking about the ex. It's the one that you was ending with?
Yes. That's the ex, yes. The kids love him. His thing is he still have a relationship with
right, because you weren't fucking the kids, you know, that's whole molestation. But anyway, I'm just saying
he loved the kids.
So you love
and
the children.
He loved the children. That was his connection. And he was trying to figure out why the new girl was tripping on the fact that he still have a connection with the kids. Which kind of made him, you know.
But that woman wasn't thinking about you having no connection with no damn kids. She was thinking about the mama. And she was thinking about, I know your ass, and you probably finna go over there and smash one last time, or she had all kinds of things going on, and you might have, could have, would have did it. But at the end of the day, the fact is that she ain't sure within herself. Because if she was, she wouldn't have gave a damn about you going over there.
She wouldn't have said nothing.
She wouldn't have cared at all, Derek. She would have been like, deuces. Or enjoy yourself, rather. And kiss to hug them kids and tell them, babe, you're going to always still be in their life.
How does that look on the ground?
It's all good. Ed keep walking away from the camera, y'all, because I can tell you he's the producer of the Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. If y'all looking for a producer, this is my man, husband Greg.
Fake ass producer.
We doing a whole new studio. I told y'all we was in the basement. Guess what? We done moved on up, Weezy and George. God damn it, we in the garage. We in the garage type shit now.
So we just trying to make sure we got all our shit in the row, because people would complain like, well, you're not on Instagram and blah blah. So we got on Instagram.
We just trying to get on.
So that's all. So I had to move our other Instagram camera on there.
Yeah, Derek, you good though. I think you need to take inventory with yourself and just figure out what you really want to start new with. And figure out what woman you really kind of like. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about nobody else. It's just about you. He said right.
Then he says, ask her what I did for her kids at Christmas, dirty, rotten scoundrel. How did he? Dirty, rotten scoundrel. Yeah, he going in today. He want to know for the new girl's kids. I think he's talking about the new girl. So what he did for her kids. I think I heard that he did some good stuff for the kids this year.
So Ed, what's your take on that? Because not bringing down on Derek's parade or any kind of whatsoever, but we got people that, and say all the time, men, some women that I know have said, a man always trying to run down what all he did. Like that's supposed to be so powerful. And just because you did all that. And so with that saying, what's your take on a man do all that? Because a woman can say the same thing about all the ass I gave him.
Right. I can't
get that back.
Right. I think that I think there's some levels to it. It depends on the relationship, People start it's so fucked up when relationship starts to end. when they
they become petty as hell.
They start fucking calculating this shit. Like
that's when you know their ass is always petty.
Yeah, that becomes true. But in this particular situation, I think the way that person's mentality was,
I'm sleeping with replicas.
Yeah, that person's mentality was a little tricky to me.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? So I don't know.
No, but what's your take on, Ed, about a man, buying and doing stuff like that for a woman? And then when the shit don't work out, he do what Derek just said. I did all this for kids. I did all that. And my thing is, I would say, make sure you do things out the kindness of your heart. Because just because you do all that don't mean it's gonna work out with you.
My opinion is not to. I'm not counting whatever. Because I got, he know my ex, and it's kind of one of the situations where it's like I did what I did, she did what she did. So I didn't get into what I did and stuff like that because I did it because it's what I could do, what I would do, But I mean, it depends on it. But see, my thing is knowing it's kind of hard to give because my thing is I wouldn't do things that I wouldn't do things for somebody. First of all, I'm not doing stuff for somebody I don't love. That's number one. I'm very booty as hell. I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff for somebody I don't love. I'm not going to be engaging and stuff like that. But somebody I care about, I charge to the game. Now, the thing is, it depends on the type of person you have. If the person you have is demanding those type of things, and you liking them and digging them, and that's what they want, and they're squeezing you, and you feel like you're sacrificing for it, and they played you, then it's like, man, I was doing this. You were asking me to do this. I love you, and this is my way of showing you that I'm proving that I love you based off of what you were asking, and I give it. Now you start like, damn, I did this, and I was like sacrificing. It's like you remember my little dog Kiwi was walking around here. I remember when I bought anything I bought 100 for the most part, I buy because I had excess, I had money. But when I was working hard for my money, I was going to a 9 to 5. Everything counted. It shit hurted a little bit different. Like when I bought her, I was actually working as an electrician. I went back to work, and she cost whatever it cost, and it was like that money. I felt that money. But when I was working when I had my own businesses, I made money all the time. So it's different when you working hard and you earn. I'm like literally going to work, irritated to go to work, and you working hard for your money. Your girl is like, I want this, I want that. You're like, you know what? I care about you. I'm gonna get that to you. It can make you feel some kind of way. You start calculating that part. I can kind of understand. Even still, though.
So what about ass?
If they ask,
I'm gonna give you 100. Women all of that, man. If vaginas could talk, that's a whole nother segment. But your girl gonna go there. But anyway, I'm just saying. It's the same thing. Like, so you didn't bought this. I done did this. I done smashed. I done did all that. What'd you say?
He said
we built like that. He said we built like that. Deborah say, I think the bigger picture is that there had to be red flags before we don't set boundaries.
Right. Well,
I agree, Deborah.
No, he said he did it because he wanted to, and I cared.
Well, Derek said, no. Derek said, Derek, don't you come on my show trying to lie and say you ain't see no red flags. You saw the red flags, but you chose to ignore them. And you put something over it because where you was at the time, she was meeting you there. And that is what you wanted more. Well, but there's always red flags.
They both saw red flags now. I'm just going to be real.
She was saying that. No, Derek point blank said he didn't see nothing.
And I'm just saying they both saw red flags. And we saw them. I'm like, y'all both, because he was throwing her red flags.
We see them now. Y'all ain't even together.
But anyway, I think the bigger picture is that there had to be red flags before. We don't set boundaries. Yeah, we don't. Setting boundaries is ridiculously important, Setting boundaries is ridiculously important. That's a big deal though too, and that's important. Like when any relationship is like really setting boundaries. What the fuck are we doing? Where are we going?
That's why I say you gotta have inventories. You got to have those uncomfortable conversations. Come to Jesus meeting. Right. That's what you're saying.
The do's and come to Jesus meeting. What are the do's and don'ts? What are the have and have nots? What does that?
No, you know what I say. You know what, babe? This is what I would say. You know what, babe? How far can I really go? Have you ever asked that in a relationship? Not really. Nobody. We don't do that. That's not unheard of. Listen, I just want to know because I don't want to push you over the edge, but I'm probably gonna take your ass right all the way to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know because I want to be free. This is what I've learned, y'all. I'm coming out. This is what I've learned about people that say that they're gay. And people that say that they're lesbian, how they want to come out. Everybody talking about right now the brat, how she married her girl Judy at 47. And it was a significance for her because she was like, she met Judy and Judy just made her want to just come out. Okay. Now, I don't really like to talk about too much celebrities, but I'm going to talk about that simply for the fact of I feel like it's the same way about whatever you're doing that you just want to simply be free of.
Right.
For myself, and Ed was raised strictly in church. You understand me? It's Tuesday. Saturday or Sunday, it's a revival. It's something going on all the time. Okay. So in my life, this is what you want to do. I've been in my life, I was shown the doggone furnace, and this is where the hell you going if you don't do what you need to do. So I was singing, you understand me, in the choir, doing solos, Sundays, doing what I have to do. Like I'm on my way to heaven, seeing people cry and get up and be like, what is Sister Margaret going through? Yeah. Because I would cry because she crying. I'm like, Lord, help her.
We ended live on Instagram in a minute. Now I'm gonna let you know so we can say bye to the Instagram.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't understand what people used to be crying, and hallelujah, I didn't get it, and so I would cry because I felt like I was just sad for the person. Right. Not like they was delivered or nothing. So what I'm saying is, to me, growing up now, the type of freedom, and if I shed tears or feel something now, it's because of what I've experienced. And I believe those people that I was growing up in church, the saints and the sisters and the brothers, were going through things.
Bye, Instagram.
See y'all later, Instagram. It was nice. We will pick up with y'all another time. Okay. And so with that stated, I just feel like that coming out, whether you say hey, I like men, I like women, I'm poly, I like to be in this. Look, I only want one man, or hell, I want to be transgender. What I'm saying is, this is what Ed and I like to say, and this is to everyone, is that we're 100% non-judgmental. Mm-hmm. I feel like, how in the world I'm going to sit up and judge absolutely anyone when I got to be judged by God myself? Mm-hmm. So with that stated, because everybody got them in their skeletons and their closets. Hell, they got shit up under their feet they walking and stepping around with on. You understand me? So what I'm saying is, your freedom is your freedom. The way you want to come out is the way you want to come out. To each his own. But I'm going to tell you something. This might sound really funny. Might even offend some folks. But Kimmy Kim on one right now. I've seen people that don't quite look so nice and be happy as fuck. But it be miserable people that's beautiful, this and that, and they just be sad. Right. Crying and don't know if they singing Betty Wright songs and, to his head to his toe. You know what I'm saying? They doing that. Or they singing Lenny Williams. You know what I'm saying? Really ain't. Yeah, this is bullshit. It's the shit.
This is it. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to cut my thing off.
Wow. This is what we on. Y'all. See what I mean? This is what we gotta go through.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop it.
This car.
No, this car.
So with that said, I just feel like whatever it is that rocks you and your freedom, or whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Or however you want to be, and whatever you want to experience, what you want to be curious about, you know what I'm saying? I feel like no one is in a position to judge you. And I feel like whatever it is that work and rock for you, you should do. You should do it. Whatever it is, your freedom is your freedom. Your coming out, your will. So I feel like it's certain things, like somebody asked me, what's my favorite thing to do? I love to ride horses. Somebody always got to put it to a sexual thing. I like to ride horses. That's my favorite thing to do.
It's so easy
right?
To kind of give you a hard time on that one.
And so it's always something. So it doesn't matter. Like, and it doesn't matter how old you are either. You know what I'm saying? When you decide to get in that place, sometimes it takes a lot of us to arrive to a place. But I promise you, when you do get there, where you really don't care about what nobody is thinking and what nobody says about you, you have truly arrived right on into your destiny, because that's when your true happiness can come in. But Derek says, Derek said they sad because it's not right. He said, well, I'm definitely going to leave that alone. But then Derek said, but society doesn't have to push that agenda on kids.
Oh, come with the homosexual, heterosexual.
So the world that we live in, I don't feel like nobody pushing anything. You turn on your TV and you can see a man and a woman and all kinds of stuff. Hell, they just be on YouTube and your kids can see. So You got to get in front of your health care if you want to make sure you ain't going through this and going through that. Only you know what's going on with you. Same thing with your children. But they're going to be exposed to certain things that we're not going to have no control over, regardless of what we feel our beliefs are. So you just instill into them and, the best that you could. And that's why I stay on my knees, because I got to pray for mine and ones that not mine either. You're absolutely correct, Derek. It happens. It's nothing we're going to be able to do about that. But I will say to every child, step into your own element. Because once again, no disclaimer, I do not know this woman whatsoever. But I cannot imagine, I just went through this with a patient, but I cannot imagine what Regina King felt that her son decided to commit suicide.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot imagine that. Like, where the hell did they come from? They just had a conversation, she said. They were just talking. It's like, where did that come from? So what I'm saying is we never know. That's why I say giving that person that power, giving them the platform. This is kind of
that freedom to be themselves and shit like that. Well, even if you don't agree or you don't necessarily like it, but you got to give them that freedom to be themselves.
You got to, and that's pretty much how this baby was born between Ed and I. We wanted her to create a platform that you would be able to say anything and everything and simply not be judged because of it.
Right. So let's. I don't know if you want to. How far you want to go with the relationship thing? You want to talk about the kids or whatever like that?
We can talk about. Okay, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
No, I'm just saying because.
Come on, our children.
Just kids in general, their relationships.
Okay, yeah.
Like
my kids.
No, I'm talking about like how.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying I have an opinion about who they should date, but sometimes I might.
To your children?
Yes, because you got to realize, like, we have grown children. So our children, nowadays, they date people. We may not necessarily fool with them. And I have a funny thing, too. Like, sometimes they bring people in around the family that they may not necessarily subscribe to the vibe that we be on. You bring them around, or we see that they on track. Or they date somebody that's a lot older than them or whatever. Your little buddy's awake. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I'm like, I got an opinion about that. Sometimes I may not necessarily like who they are, what they're about. I may not necessarily want to rock with them or whatever. I may not necessarily agree with the person they are. Do I actually say something about it? Do I shit on them? Do I have an opinion? I try not to have an opinion about it. I try not to really go into like whether or not, they should date this person or not, or whether or not they cool for them or not, or if they could be somewhat toxic. And it's so funny because as parents, we be seeing shit 20 years past what they know, 30 years, depending on how old we are over our children. But we can see the bullshit a mile away. And our kids feel like we hating on them, or we trying to stop them, shut them down, or stop them, or stop their progress, or whatever. And it's like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and give you, give you these gems. I'm sorry, not sorry. Like I'm gonna say, for instance, one of our children, we have about 8 or 9 children between us. One of our children, all Mitchells, dated somebody that I think one of us wasn't really.
Family, we love y'all so much.
We're gonna talk about them today
y'all
too.
Shit, we is gonna talk about them. I'm the last one on.
Yeah, and we were talking. One of our children was dating somebody we felt was tricky. Okay. Mm-hmm. And wasn't feeling it. Turned out they were tricky as fuck. Anyway, but it's like if we had that place to have that control to say no, don't fucks with them, then that probably wouldn't have been the issue.
Y'all see, I got a post. Multiple times. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Multiple times.
I can't go to sleep anyway. I gotta be, but I'm gonna go on ahead. So, he good.
Oh no, as long as we ain't saying nothing crazy, I don't mind.
So let me get up. You wanna? She gonna be. Excuse her. She gonna be right.
She gonna be bad.
Okay, so she gonna be.
Our little buddy is here. Kim has a little bitty guy here, which is really, really super cute boy. But he's here and just chilling out with us. And he took him a nice little nap on the long trip going back. I gotta make sure I remember to look here and not there. I'll be tripping on that. So we might take a quick little break for y'all who was here and might jump into some characters. But I did want to get into the family thing, which I thought was really tripped out. because sometimes you have an opinion about these kids who they dating and shit, and they can kind of fuck you up and end up fucking the kids, and then you end up having to fix it anyway. And when I say fuck them up, I'm talking like children be off, they on some robbery shit, fucking up all your money, have no aspirations for themselves, no, and it's eating your stuff up. They want to come, everything they need to borrow and stay with you and all that kind of shit. That kind of thing can be a little tricky. And I, as a father, I'm a little bit more opinionated. I know the wife and maybe Kim may be one of the people that may want to try to be somewhat diplomatic. As a mother, sometimes we try to be a little diplomatic and not be as like forthright and say, okay, you're gonna do this and not do that. But hell, I'm not on that shit. I
just love the fact that we're 100% authentic and real. That, you know what I'm saying? I just had to be 100% a mama right now. And I just love the fact this is, I'm going to go to my own home. This is my damn show. So if I want to get up and say I'll be right back, I'm going to be right back. Yep, I'm on one. So anyway, Ed was talking. I ain't even heard what y'all said. Y'all, all I do know is that I'm going to talk about it. And it happened to be one of mine. And with that stated, my son was feeling some sort of kind of way. I have all boys, by the way. And I'm inheriting. I'm inheriting, and until she gives me the go ahead, a beautiful young lady named Eden Rain. But anyway, I want to say this much as that I had a woman that he brought home. My son ever only introduced me to one girl. I had a rule with my sons: don't bring no girls home to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to meet everybody. You know what I'm saying? You like, I think, got this and that. I just don't. That was my rule. So my son brought one young lady home. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Mom, I really like her, and I just really need your approval. And I'm like, boy, I ain't giving you no approval. You're too young. That's what I told my children. I just felt like they're too young. They should be out there just enjoying and having different experiences. But, you know, he wanted to do this little thing, you know. So anyway, come fall short, my son, the young lady had a child. We're going to bring my son on because he do need this platform to talk about it. But yeah. She had a child that we have embraced, my entire family. We embraced her, you know, her house. She lost everything in her home. She ended up having to live with us. And from a fire, she didn't really have nobody in her life. She didn't have a mom, nobody. So we took her in. Mm-hmm. She was pregnant. She had the baby. And at the end time, my son's father said, that baby ain't no Mitchell. So we was like, damn. So, you know, and they all looking at me because they're like, the mama would know, you know. And I'm trying to have the benefit of the doubt because the young lady didn't grew on me. Right. She didn't got in my heart now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I hope. You know what I'm saying? Because I set her down, and any other female that was ever brought home to my house, I had a very candid conversation. I like to say a very candid conversation. And I said, with the girl, with any girl that my sons bring to me, everybody know that you have a child of mine. You're going to know this. You know, they say men don't play about their daughters. I don't play about mine. So, I mean, if you want to, if you decide that you want to meet Ninja and Murder, that's entirely up to you. But they don't come and meet nobody that they, you know what I'm saying, leave standing. With that stated, I simply inform them. If you get mad at any one of my sons, you get upset, you have an attitude, y'all get mad, because, you know, guys do silly stuff. I get you. I'm a female. I rock with you. I understand. But the day you decide to hurt him, that's when you hurt me. That's when you touching me. See, and I'm going to stay out your way. You can do whatever you need to do to him. I don't have a problem with that. But if you hurt him on a physical way, now we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, you don't want me involved. I don't want to be involved. I'm not going to ever, you know, say anything. That's how I feel. I think that's only fair. I think a man should say that, you know, about his daughter no more than a mom can say that about her son. Yeah. So this young lady decided she convinced and she told my son basically that the child was his. Okay. And it was just a real big thing where, you know, my son's father was like 100% against it. Like he just couldn't do it. He wouldn't hold the baby, nothing. He was just like, damn, it's not our baby. He said, Kim, you know it, I know it. But I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt. All right, move fast forward. We still love that child. Right. My son found out, devastated. But, okay, so I could have just, you know, put her to sleep, so to speak, right? Only for him to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I would say stay out of people's lane, keep your business private, because when you do all that, you mess up, they done made up, and you still mad. Damn. So with that state, that's why I fell back. I said, let my son handle that. You know, you do what you need to do. He did. this is when they get tricky. This is when, this when they start saying this is, the girl is stanky. My son's father called her a punk ass, and because he don't believe in the B word. So with that stated, the reason why those titles fit is because she did it again. Damn. She waited, had another baby. And so then this is where Derek, you with me? Was there red flags? Hell yeah. Did he ignore them? Hell yeah. Because he wanted to be with her in a way that he would accept. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be with her so bad that need and that desire was that I believe that you would do right by me. He just felt that she would. However, and she showed him all the signs that she didn't. So come to find out, 2 children. He was there, Rockwood, been there. Did all that stuff like you did, bow stuff, Come to find out, neither one of the children was his.
Damn.
That's some shiesty.
That's just crazy as hell. But then my thing is, she wasn't being transparent. She could at least say there's a possibility. Did she even admit that there's a possibility of something else?
She only said that it was a possibility the first time when my son caught a letter that was written to the potential father. So she never was transparent and told him honestly. He found out. The second time, she flat out said she just didn't know. But she had him to believe. So imagine where his mindset is now.
Be careful.
That he definitely feel like at this point that the woman would damn near have to be tested in the womb.
Let me see. Let's spin it this way. What the world?
So she feel like he feels like that. He got every right to feel like that because look what happened.
Yeah.
But it's hard, as Ed is saying, when you be a parent. And you don't want to get in your children's stuff.
You can see that shit a mile away.
And you can see it a mile away, but it's just like you can see a woman getting her ass whipped, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you jump in, and you like, you ain't finna do the blah, blah, blah. And then she turn on you, no! And you
don't beat up my man.
Okay, continue commencing to whoop her ass. You know what I'm saying? That's sad.
I had some situation.
But I seen it. I seen a guy get hurt trying to help an innocent woman. That's sad. What'd he say?
He said, "Can you come out, Miss Mitchell?" He asked me, "Can you come out?" He tried to go to bed Saturday night. Mm-hmm. But that is 100% true. I've definitely seen that situation. You put yourself into a situation, they just say "fuck with you," even though you know it's right. And then, like I said, I don't want to bore or belabor that particular point when it comes to being parents with kids, with grown kids, and their relationships. When you see, and that's what's crazy because reason why we're fucking here is because we've had those experiences. We can see the bullshit coming a mile away. I could see that. Oh, girl, what's she on? You felt it. But it's like it was almost like if you said something to him, if you came a little hard at him, a little stronger, and he was like. He was gonna go harder against you, like fucking mom. I love it. You're like, damn, son. I see the writing on the wall. I see this, the fugaziness, but I can't even, I can't even help you because you won't let me because you won't engage. You won't.
Right, because he went up and down. He went up and down. You're right. He went up and down, and it was hard. More so me than his dad, because he was like, basically let him find out. But at the same time. I was the one trying to give the benefit of the doubt, being that mom, as you will. But it was really, really hard. And to see him hurt when that paper read 100% unequivocally, you are not the father.
100%?
Not 99.9%. It said 100%.
Damn.
So that means like it really should have read she was on some bullshit. You know what I mean? That's what it should have said.
That's crazy. And wow. It's
really sad. What I can attest to tell our young Mitchell son is that guess what? You're young enough to start your family over you. You're young enough to move on.
You still got your whole life.
You still got your whole life
ahead of you.
At least you're not the man that took care of a child 18 years old and found out that child was never his.
Does he have paternity with that kid right now, though?
He got the paternity test. That's how he found that.
No, but is he established paternity by being on the
no? Not with the kind of mama he got. Oh no.
He not on the birth certificates.
Oh no, that wasn't happening. I said, Dana, don't lie. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go ahead and toot this horn since we're talking about that. Ed and Debbie know that my favorite, one of my favorite women in the world that I absolutely adore and admire, Miss Lauren Lakes, who I love. And I can say the number one thing she always channels and say is that you make a very distinctive decision to be commencing and being sexual with this person with unprotected sex. And then you want to look back now and say, well, I don't know. Why don't this? Well, when it happened the first time, Derek, that's what I mean when I say the red flag.
Yeah.
So I'm not a I told you so type person, female, friend, mom, or parent, and like that. But you, even being my own child, I had to say, son, you really got to think about something.
Yeah, man. Think twice on that shit.
You got, and right now that's where you at. You got to think twice. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I did another live on Instagram to start over again. I cut them on off just in case, I think my girl Tracy K was in. I don't know if she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really tell. We're still trying to make all this
Instagram.
Hey, Instagram. We're still building, as Kim and Kim has said, we're still building our platform and we're trying new things. The day we tried, we're doing 3 angles. Next week, hopefully, I want to be able to do, we're going to probably do different angles on the camera. So we're able to control it here. So we're just trying to figure it out. We're going to play with it throughout the week as we do our separate live or our separent recordings.
So I'm gonna go on the limb. My partner don't even know this yet, but I'm gonna put up because I've been challenged. We've been challenged because sometimes he gets stuff and I get stuff we don't do, but we're getting challenged. So I absolutely can make this happen on my end. I hope my partner can just kind of go in with me. He's not supposed to be doing this like this, but I've been challenged that for us to go live the whole weekend. Like just live. Every time we
Next
get on,
weekend.
just go straight live. Let's go live. So we're gonna go live Friday, we're gonna go live Saturday. That's what we mean the whole weekend. And just keep hitting topics like soon as we get it. And it's a friend of mine that would like to make an ongoing subject. Just keep calling, bringing people. We're gonna really advertise. Hopefully Derek and Deborah, y'all get on. And everybody on here that's gonna be looking at this when we put it out. Come join us. We're going to be live the next Friday and Saturday because it's a big, huge topic that's going on these day naps. And they want Mitchell and Mitchell Sip and Spill to give their take on it. They're going to literally come on in and I'm going to literally bring them on and to literally talk and ask the question and we'll weigh in on it. So if Ed says okay, then it's a done deal. We're going to do it. But that's what, so far, Yvette, who sent the last question last time, my girl Bridget, who always talks to my boy and got different subjects, to Clarence. He want to talk about why when certain women can't love.
I was expecting to see Clarence today.
And then we want to talk to, I'm trying to name the top hitters, Chili. He wants to weigh in on really specifically on day naps.
In Georgia. How's he doing?
Sheed. Yep.
What's up, Sheed? I know. Hopefully you see it soon. You'll see it eventually, Sheed. These are our faithful Bridget. I haven't heard from.
Sheed have a very interesting topic that he hit me with. That he was like, he want to know. He said he was severely hurt by a woman still having friendship. We did a show in a segment about can you be platonic with your ex, or can you be with him after you've had sex? And he said that he was dating a woman. And she had a very close relationship with her ex still. And he said he ended up getting hurt and devastated. He just want to address that and for us to weigh on that. Like at what level of that should it be like cut off? Because he was hurt by it. He said he trusted her, but it cut out.
Well, she just lied about it or something?
No, she told him that he knew that it was her ex, and they were still friends, but it come to find out. I guess he found out the level of their friendship was more. Yeah, but he was trying to give her.
Oh, well, that's.
He said he got hurt. I think it was more than just a sexual thing. I think it was more like I'm back. Right. They were still very much connected. And once again, there were those red flags. But he would say he was hurt. So now he want to make sure any woman that he talked to or consider, she don't have no relationship with her ex.
I don't know. That's one of the situations. It's kind of hard to like the girlfriend. That's kind of true because the girlfriend boyfriend thing is different because I've had relationships with people who have relationships with their ex-husbands.
What you mean relationships? But what
They were still
I
cool with
think
their
what
ex-husband,
kind
is
of
what I'm saying.
okay, but you can be cool, but what are you doing? I feel like when you disengage even emotionally, that ain't cool.
You disengage your current partner?
Right? Like I'm saying, like, so if I'm in a relationship and I'm still talking to my ex on a daily about things that's going on in my life and my new relationship, the fuck? What am I doing? Then I have the door open for him to be like, see, that's what I used to do, you baby. And see, I won't do that no more. And that's what she is saying. The door was open. All your emotional connections and stuff like that, you shouldn't be having that. And that's what I want to go out with, because this was hit to me, and I'm curious too. How much time we got left? Okay, we got a lot of time. So, Ed, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
And you can weigh in on this. So the question is that how do you emotionally engage when you in the poly world of multiple relationships? Meaning, now she is saying the girl was with her ex and he said he accepted it. They was friends. He didn't think nothing of it.
Mm-hmm.
But how much is too much to where I should look at it differently? Okay, that's his question. And I feel like that goes in any relationship. But if you're loving more than multiple people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at what point is it like a cutoff with one person versus the other? Say if, like for me and you, we've been in marriages for a long time. Okay. So, in my world, Kenny is gonna be my go-to. In your world, Audrey gonna be your go-to, right? But I'm just saying, so a new person for us, that don't mean we don't engage, we don't disengage with them. You know what I'm saying? But we engage with the new person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, at what point, and I guess this is what she's trying to ask, at what point it's like too much to where we can go, okay, that's a red flag. That's more than what you say it is. Shit, that's more than that. You know what I mean? Like okay. So we talked about, guys, about, yes, Ed and I agree that you can't have a platonic relationship even after somebody smashed. It's just over. I know I got friends that they did that. It's never done no more. They was friends. But however, it depends on how it all happened too. But when you emotionally in multiple relationships, I'm still friends. Ed have a lot of female friends. I have male friends. So how do you do that? Me and my boss just talking about this today. That's why I got to talk about it too.
Yeah.
You have these multiple relationships, but at what point it's acceptable to where you don't feel like that you emotional? It got to do nothing to do with sexual, but you emotional disengage with one partner and more engaged to the other.
Well, there's a balance. So the first thing you have to do, if you're doing, depending on how your relationship dynamic with your primary partner is, or your husband or wife.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have to be a husband or wife, you can be your primary partner, like the person you've been with for the last 5 years, or however. That's your main squeeze or whatever. Sometimes you may live with them, sometimes you may not, but it depends on what that relationship is about.
Right.
You're very transparent with that person, how you move forward. Right. That partner, this is the key to all of it. That partner is your support system. That partner is your support system. And if you have a real legitimate, transparent relationship with your person, there's a word called compersion, where you're happy to see somebody else, your partner, happy, even if they're not the one causing your happiness. I love to see you happy, even if I'm not the one. A lot of times we want to be the root of your happiness. Like, I made you smile. I'm the one that put that smile on your face and gave you joy. But if you have a understanding, that has to be tight and strong. And that person should encourage you to be okay with that person, because it's really hinging on them. Because if they, just like you just said, well, what if you're doing too much and you kind of disengage with your main person or your primary person or whatever? Well, that person's feeling that. They're the ones being like, what the fuck? What you doing? You give them hours, you going on dates, you doing all this extra shit. So that person's the one that's giving you that feedback. But sometimes you may not even know you're doing that, because they wouldn't bring like, nigga, you ain't came through. I ain't heard from you. We ain't went on no dates. You ain't holding my hand, blah, 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 blah. So it's important that person kind of gauge you. Like, we have a friendship, you and I, you will say, hey, Ed, and like we talked earlier about as far as inventory, you would say, hey, I'm trying to figure out where you at, what's going on. Your partner should be like, yo, I'm feeling like, what's going on? Is this too much for you? Because I'm feeling like this and that. I just need a little bit more from you. I understand you got NRE, which everybody understands. That's a big, big deal. NRE is a big, big deal, especially when it comes to poly, new relationship energy. When a new relationship is there, everything is just honeymoon. Everything is super 10 times.
But isn't that the same in monogamous? And
the
then
monogamy,
the shit wears off.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you start looking like, damn, you do stink sometimes.
Yeah, that's a big deal in every. There's some people who's addicted to NRE though too.
Yeah,
especially in poly. Everything is like a new addiction, new high. Oh, a new high. But anyway, so
and they just want to know. That's just some people are serial daters. That's what they say in monogamous world. They just like to go through the dating thing, happy. That's what they want me to talk about live next week. But dating is serial daters on every damn dating app. Every time you turn around, they just want to meet a new woman every day. They want to meet a new man every day.
Yeah, well,
we're gonna talk about that next live segment. Yeah.
So the way to handle that, the best component is really having a very, very tight relationship, a very very strong communication with your primary partner, where you guys are kind of checking inventory.
But at the end of the day, even checking inventory, there's still a concern. I believe that there's a thing where it's called emotional disengage. You really, if it was at one point we was talking, something in our communication kind of changed, shift. You wanted something different. You don't even know it. It just started happening. Just like you get the 7-3-year itch and all that, like you said, in a relationship, and things start changing. You want different things. You want more things. Okay. Right. So then that's when I say you got to be able to keep the spice in every type of relationship in your life. You got to be able to spice it up because it can get stagnated. So if you're in a relationship and it's just me and my guy, me and my brother, it's my best friend. Talk to him 24/7. He has a girlfriend. So it's like, you on the phone with Kim again? Yeah. You on the phone with Kim again? Damn.
Right.
You on the phone with Kim again? Damn. Like Ed. I feel Ed would be a person that have to be, have to be understood because he has a lot of friends. I get that because, I have opposite sex friends. So when you do that, you talk to this one, you talk to that one, you talk to this one, okay. But that doesn't mean one is low. But that one person that have that high connection right there, and you don't talk to her all the time like you might talk to another person. You talk to her all the time, like every day. What you doing?
So you're saying what kind of person within their own self-discipline? You're saying,
right? Like so like Deborah said, there needs to be boundaries. Do you feel like there should be boundaries?
Yeah, there's always boundaries.
So no, I'm saying you feel like if this is just your friend, you got 5 different females that you're friends.
Okay.
But you got one that's your relationship, and every time something happened, even in your relationship, you go to one of your friends instead of
there's the boundaries all have to be communicated and expressed between your primary partners and whoever any other partners involved. They have to be in, and everybody they have to express their concern. Like, I don't like this. If they don't like this, they'll let you know, I don't like this. I want to do something different. You want me to set them? I can set them with PS4.
Yep.
Set them with PS4.
We're gonna have to time out for a little.
Yeah, we got to time out for a little bit. I'm gonna set my little buddy up who's gaming. He's up. And we thought we were gonna sleep through the night, and no, he's like, no, I'm not sleeping through the night.
I guess he was. I guess he's somewhere new.
Yes, he's so cute. So, or you want to talk a little bit while I set him up?
Yeah, huh?
You want to talk?
Yeah, I can talk. Go set him up.
Okay, I'm gonna set him up. You want to go down and get your game? You got your game with you?
Yeah,
get your game. Let's go downstairs. I'm gonna set you up. So we'll be back. Oh, I'll be back in the. Oh, I'm saying
downstairs. Huh? What downstairs?
I'm gonna show you. That's.
Okay, so that's my boy.
You want to bring him in?
That's my baby. Yes, he can come in. You want to get on camera for 1 second? Say hello to everyone.
Right there. Say hello.
Say hello. Yeah. So you got to be a parent at any and all times. It just happens. This is what we're talking about. That's the youngest Mitchell of the group. Okay. Got to go ahead and get him together. But emotionally connected, guys. I don't know, being emotionally disengaged or engaged with someone, you kind of figure out like, man, is it a such thing? I can have a relationship with one person, talk to this person. Deborah, you might know, you probably have different. Thank you, Deborah, that you have different relationship with different people. And, they all have different meanings, right? So when everybody have different meanings, you kind of make a decision like some people run into one friend might feel, or their relationship, like you talk to this one a little bit more, or you share a little bit. See, you don't even hear what I say, but that person said you all about it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we don't know. But I just feel like that you should continue to engage, as Ed is trying to say to everyone, that you should have a boundary, and you should be able to talk to your main your person you with, and be able to be understood while you have the relationships with the other people. Do you think that it can get tricky, guys, to have more than one relationship, even in friendship and a relationship? Is that challenging? I would say that it can be. I would say that it is. You know what I'm saying? But if you are constantly and consistently talking to that person all the time, the person that you with and your friends, they kind of know who you are. I think that kind of help. I think that helps a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then, you meet somebody where they at. Because I think we have everybody in our lives for different reasons. You have a bunch of people in your life for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And they have a meaning to why they in your season right now. There's a meaning to that. So I think that sometimes you just gotta make it your business to be able to extend yourself, as Ed does. He has a lot of different friends, and he can extend himself to different people and meet everybody where they at. And some people be like, well, I want to call you and talk to you. Just like Derek right now. He said, I want to come on out, Ed, and come talk to me. He said, come talk to me right now. He's like, I need to talk. Understood. Understand it. Yes, we do. You want to go out, you want to talk. You need that. That's your friend. That's the person you can connect to. Deborah said, absolutely. I think you have to have loyalty to your main partner, and counterparts have to respect that loyalty. So, Deborah, when you say loyalty over love, is that a thing? I have so many people asking about loyalty, like, what do that mean? Define it. And I think your loyalty is what you provide to that person, within you. I'm loyal and faithful and committed to you. That's being loyal. What's good? Welcome, welcome, welcome on Instagram. I can say that I feel like that your loyalty over love. People say, do you have loyalty over love or love over loyalty? So Deborah says you have to be a strong woman to be in a poly relationship. And would you say, Deborah, a man have to be strong too to be in a poly relationship? To know that this woman have multiple relationships? Would you say that? I think so. I think the couple, both of them, they both have to be very strong. And I think just really sure within themselves, and to know that that person loves you, but they love someone else too. And that's a whole nother segment. I ain't gonna be able to go there, but I know Ed can. He's living that life. With that stated, I just feel like emotionally just loving people, period, just even in friendship. Relationship is way more complicated, but just even in friendship, one might register to the other. I had a friend that I've been friends with since I was 9. And she stated to me that, we grew apart and things like that. But she stated to me, it's like, we used to talk every day, every single day. And like, when I talk to you randomly now, she said, I just feel like I ain't got no friends. And I was like, wow, like, I hate that you would feel that kind of way. That's not a way that I would even want anyone to feel, for that matter. I'm like, you want to reach out. You want to, you know what I mean? You want to start the relationship new. In order for you to do that, you're gonna have to make that request known. Deborah, you say also we have to decide, do we want to be a wife in poly or a girlfriend? Different responsibilities. Deborah, do you think in poly there's a such thing as side chick and a wife? I mean, I do that and say that, as Ed say, like he played devil advocate. I say that because I feel like since I've learned what that is, I don't really feel like it's too much of a difference. I could say one is more honest than the other, but even in poly, you can be a liar. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think the inventory, I think a real straight up, a real connection will truly work in any type of relationship if you really say, listen, I know I'm gonna push you sometimes. I just don't know how far. But baby, can I ask you how far can I go? Because I'm gonna push you. You know, and see, I know I've been told I'm a lot, Deb. I've been told that, you know, you this, that. I hear this all the time and say, you know, but I have to admit, first I was like, I don't want to embrace that idea. But then again, it's like, I'm not a lot. I just, if this not something, if this not a film that you can get in, you know what I'm saying? I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be, I'm gonna keep it honest. So Deb is saying, Ed, that she was saying that you have to be a strong woman to be in a poly relationship. And also we have to decide, you know, do we want to be a wife in poly or a girlfriend? There's different responsibilities. Mm-hmm. She said, and I was saying to her, do you think that a side chick is just as relevant as a girlfriend? And she said, it's all about emotional. So my thing is, I said, I think it's the same. I said, Ed, living this life of that, I think it's the same. But I feel like in any type of relationship, just like in friendship, and you have multiple friends, there's a boundary. I was sharing about how my friend, been knowing her since I was 9, and said to me, we used to talk every day, and she feeling some sort of kind of way because we don't do that no more. And things change, you grow up, you grow apart, you know, stuff happens. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying in absolutely every relationship, you should have inventory and have a conversation of just how far you really want to go. I feel like if people did that, which I know most won't, but if you did that, you can save yourself a lot of tears, a lot of headache, you know, and just being 100% honest. Listen, I don't really want to do that, but I do want to do that. So I'm going to say something about, go ahead, Ed, and then I'm going to comment about what I'm saying. She said, I think it can be the same because the wife comes first.
I think it can't be the same.
I think it can't be the same because the wives come first in every relationship. He chooses. Ooh, Deb, you hit something. So Ed and I got to go there because Ed and I had that type of conversation when he was introducing to me and telling me about what that world is like. And that was the first thing I said. I said, it doesn't matter if you married in poly. I was saying, my opinion, the wife will always come first.
See, this is the thing is always there is what you would call a reality of it. And there's ideal. That's just some cranberries. It's just okay. I'm just trying to bring you something. You don't have to eat my stuff. You call my stuff.
See, he is so sensitive. Only to me though.
So anyway, so it's some stuff is just ideal, right? It could be ideal. And so ideally, it shouldn't be.
This nigga eat nuts.
Who said that? What they said? Oh yeah, what's up? Yeah. So
exactly right.
So ideally, the idea is to everybody could be on the same page, supposedly, which is why you have to engage with every partner. The partners have to kind of know each other for the most part, because I personally don't really subscribe to this. If you in poly, I don't subscribe to the side chick thing. Now you may say, well, shit, that's all they are if you marry blah, blah, blah. The reality of it is when you're a side chick, you're basically saying that you know the stuff about the wife. The wife may not necessarily know everything in detail about you. She may have a suspicion, but she don't know. She's
now,
the wife.
He said, okay, so Dad and everyone, what Ed just said is what defined the word. So I think and if you allow me, mm-hmm. I think we need to define side chick because that's what he just did. He was saying that, and they're basically what you're saying, you know, that she gonna be on the side, whichever kind of way you want to call her. She ain't the man. Now, what if you're not married, but he's been with this woman for 12, 15, 20 years? Okay, and he still be with that woman. That's, you know, his girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. But they've been rocking like a marriage. Okay, they damn near common law. Mm-hmm. But then he bring this other woman in. What Ed is saying that everybody need to know each other, right? And everybody need to have understanding. But Deb and me and everybody else that look at that poly world still say it doesn't matter if you still have a conversation. That man, that's why she said he chooses, Ed still going to love the wife, more than he do the other. What is your flat answer to that? Is that true?
It's not true.
You don't think it's true?
No.
You don't think it's true that that he would love the woman that he's married to more than he can love the other women?
So speaking just from my understanding, again, I don't talk about shit I heard.
Talk about shit he know.
I'm saying that if you try to put some merit or percentage on love, I don't know how you would gauge that. I think we love, like we have our kids. You can't say you love one kid more than the other, right? And I understand. I know you don't want to compare, but I'm saying you can't say you love a kid more than the other. But there's certain ways you relate to certain kids more than others. Now, there are certain things I do with my primary partner, wife, whatever, that I do different from the other person. Now, there's a thing. If we're on the same page, me and my wife, me and my girl, we're on the same page. We say this is what we're going to do, and we have a bond that we've created. With that bond, you would look at that as like, you love her more because you've been there, and that's a situation of loyalty that has been earned. There's a situation of loyalty. It's not necessarily a love thing. It's a loyalty that I understand. I know my bread is buttered. There's some people, I got friends that are homeboys that I have a certain sense of loyalty that I don't love as much as I love somebody else. There's certain guys that come through that have loyalty. They have loyalty to me that I may not love them like I love a boy, but I know he's not gonna come through. I know he's gonna be fugazi, but I love that person. So the person that I'm gonna ride down for, because I know they'll ride down for me, is not necessarily saying I love them more. I just know my bread is buttered. It's been situations where it's
define, your bread is butter. What do that mean?
That means that I know if they call me, they're not calling me for no bullshit. If they need me, they're not need me for the bullshit. And if I know if I'm in my dying last breath and I need it, they have proven they can do it. So I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'm going to ride in that situation. If it's a situation where it's like I got to be here or here at the same time. And the person that's like you would call the side or the extra person, the third, whatever you want to call, may feel some kind of way because that person is calling me because they're in dire straits. This is where it gets tricky. You have to have an understanding.
Zeb said that's Zeb on Instagram said, "That's me, brother." And I want to stop Ed, so I want to keep him going, and we'll get to your comments. So Deborah says,
I think
it can be the same. Well, go here first.
She said that I reread that one.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay.
I think it can be the same.
You said you read it
first. Okay.
Yeah.
This the next one?
That was the next one.
Okay. Okay. I think if you're in a poly relationship with a man who has a wife, you as a woman has to have some type of relationship with the wife. If they're not married and been together for years, it's still common law because they are not leaving each other. And then as you was talking, she went on to say, absolutely, Ed.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
So the point I was making is that there's even a difference between loyalty and faithfulness, right?
Yeah.
Loyalty and faithfulness. So okay, so that being said, it's like you could say there's levels of love that you have. Like there are certain things I could do with my sons that are different. I know what I can do with Puffy, that I can do different with Dylan, that I can do with Jordan. I don't include them on all the same things. I can't call them. If I call one son on one thing, I know he's not going to come through on that level. He's not going to give a damn. He's not going to be there or whatever. That doesn't mean I don't love him more. Mm-hmm. And what this one kid I may have more in common might be 50% of my life, or 65% of my life. And I may need them more. It's like, well, you call them all the time, but this is what I do every day. So do I love them more because this is how I live every day? No. And that's what I mean by that. So it can get convoluted. Now, I do understand when you've been monogamous, it's really kind of hard to kind of look because, that's your partner. One thing I don't do, I never go like, only thing like me and you had a debate, somewhat of a debate talking about, we were talking about different like titles. And you was like, it's, we had a debate about that. But other than that, I wouldn't debate you about how you feel about what you think because you subscribe to what you believe, your belief, your perception is your reality. So I won't argue that because it's a reality for you and it works. But what I will say is that you have to look at it the totality of the situation. If you look at it from a lens of, well, this has been all I've known, and this has been my partner, and I've been that person's partner. Everybody else has been trash because it's lies. If another woman, and you with your husband, and another chick come into play, and if he was even if he was with her on the side for 12 years, and when you find out, she got to go. Fuck that. And he gonna be like, well, you got to go. Fuck you. And it has to go that way because it was deceit. His relationship, the love, and it's like it's not so much he loves you more, but it's just that's where it is because he lied to you and lied to her. And you're going to like, he loved me more. You got to go, Birch. So that's how we look. That's how it can be viewed. Birch? I don't want to say the B word.
We have a new word this morning.
I don't say the B word.
I think I'm rubbing off on my partner now.
Right. We don't say I
make up stuff all the time.
She don't, but she don't let me say the B word. So that's that. She don't let me disrespect no woman. So that's just how, but I wouldn't anyway. But that being said, I think that's how you kind of gauge that. You kind of build it based off of their relationship level. So the other woman, and like Deb said, if you have a relationship with a woman and the woman knows that, okay, like comparison, if I know you love Johnny and Johnny makes you feel good, he takes really good care, but I know you love me too. Like, well, you love Johnny, and Johnny really, he does look out for you. I remember calling him and telling him that, man, Kim wasn't feeling well and she needed to get blah blah blah, and he like, I got you. I'm gonna take care of her, blah blah, make sure she get what she needs. And it's like, man, he take really good care of her. And it's like, well, he don't disrespect me and blah blah blah. So I don't have to have this whole fight with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you with me, he should be calling you 35 times. Like, why you calling her 35 times? You were, why you tripping? So me and him have a relationship. We're talking and we know this is how we get down. When Kim was with you, blah blah, when she with me, blah blah. And that's how it should be. Now again, this is ideally speaking. How it should be is that there should be an understanding. You and your main partner, your primary partner, your wife should have an understanding. This is, you're going to be all excited about the new relationship, and they should encourage you. Go on, boo. Because I know you all be excited. I know your ass. 2 months, you're going to be on some goofball ass shit. And I'm going to tell you right now, Kim, in 2 months, he ain't going to be on some fugazi goofball ass shit. Just be ready for it, because I know he whack as fuck.
She said, Deborah says, do you think the wife should have a say in who you pick? Okay, before we indulge, because I'm gonna say my own disclaimer. I think Deb knows Ed more of that poly world than I do, but I would like to share a person new learning about it, because I've always been curious through my brother. He used to say this all the time and how he wanted this type of lifestyle. And I used to be like, bro, like, I just don't get it because I'm non-judgmental. However, I didn't push him down for or disagree with it. So I've come up with my own title. Ed is going to crack up about this because he know I don't like titles. I just like the freedom of feeling whatever I want to feel, and I like being in the moment. But I think I would say I'm more of a Paul mom. Okay, I'm a Paul mom, meaning that I get why they feel the way they feel.
Mm-hmm.
Polly, and then I get why Mono feel the way they do. So I'm a Paul mom because I feel like in the middle there is, as you say, Deb, loyalty. Ed and I had a segment that was totally different than the way we're talking right now. We had a segment we talked about. Y'all can see us. We was live at our favorite place, and we was talking about people were coming in, calling in. Actually, my two good friends, and one of my good friends who is very much interested in being a poly woman. In her relationship, she feels that it's just best that she has 2 men. That's just what she wants. And actually, she was saying she didn't care if he had a woman, but the only thing, she just didn't want him to be married. So why, I don't know, but everybody have their different ways. I don't know that world like that, but I can only go by what I think and what I've seen and what I've kind of seen. I can say I've seen it now, but I would say what Ed is saying to me, I feel like even in a mono relationship, no, not just being poly, I feel like if I'm in a relationship and a man have children, okay, and he got issues prior to me, and he got issues, like he had issues with the children's mom.
Okay.
And I don't want to inherit that shit. Okay. Yeah. So that means I don't want to be out with him and she run up or it just be some bull crap. I just try to eliminate and disengage myself from that. And if that's what you bring into the table, I'm going to ask you, especially if I'm liking him, I want to make sure that you're handling that. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't feel like me and that woman should automatically be frenemies, because the relationship you had with him have absolutely nothing to do with me. See, he could have been that. The man that he was with you is not going to be the man he is with me. However, what you allowed and what you put up with, that's on you, sis. But I have what I allow and what I take. And where he was may not be where he at with me. So I can say, because I feel like I am that woman to another woman. The tears that I shed, I feel like my ex is going to put a smile to another woman's face. And I feel like it's just a recycle. It's redundant. It keeps happening. It's just what it is, because you got to meet people where they at. The growth has to be there. Mm-hmm. I think it is absolute a requirement. If you fucks with Kim in any kind of way, and you're a man of interest and you got children, I cannot have where me and that woman I cannot be around her children. I can't engage. I can't have that type of life of any kind whatsoever. And it's beefing with you and my guy. Like it just can't happen. I don't know what we got to do, but it got to be fixed. It has to be handled because that is unnecessary stress for all of us. And what type of example we are for the children?
Right.
So this is where I like to say the poly world I like. I like that if we are gonna have this, that means we just set all the kids down. Even if they do the little stupid show, Sister Wives. You know what I'm saying? That if we just set everybody down, we have a conversation. But I still say, and I said this to Ed, I don't give a damn. This is my opinion. This is just how I rock. Everybody got their own way. I just feel like it's not so much even as loyalty, because I feel like that is another defining thing for me. Because you can take that shit too far. But sometimes you need to let that part go. You know what I'm saying? That loyalty you giving it to the wrong damn person. Sometimes it ends. People just don't know how to let that season go. But I would say is that the boundary, the pure acceptance of it needs to start and end with you and that mate. We need to have that common conversation that, look, this is what we want to do. And you ain't trying to be, as Ed said, he don't want to be deceitful and lying. That's what make it be all fucked up. And I feel like you can't get the true enjoyment of it. You know what I'm saying? If this is how we finna live our life, then I want it to be back. That means me, you, we rocking. I'm not saying we got to be sitting up on a couch or laying up, all three of us. You know what I'm saying? It's not that kind of situation, but I'm just saying, like, it needs to be more than a cordial. It just, excuse me. It can't be like that. It has to be, well, look, you know what I'm saying? This my guy. It's accepted. Now, in the poly world, it's different because that in the money, we used to be. So we getting along now. And even if she say, well, I just rather talk to you, but I don't want to talk to him, that's okay. But at the same time, remember, he's my man now. So therefore, the expectations that I have and require, you're not going to be any different. You're going to be respected as the mother of his children. I'm damn near going to demand it. But at the same time, I ain't going to be able to fool with you if you sitting there disrespecting and clowning him in front of the kids and, you know what I'm saying, and me. It's just not unacceptable. So we got to find a middle ground. Now I'm saying in poly world, say that's not the case. It ain't even about the kids. Just he married. In Ed's situation, he said he wants, you know what I'm saying, this is life. Him and his wife have already came to their own Jesus meeting, okay? So really anybody that come in their world is coming into their world. It's already been accepted. It's already been there. Okay, so you coming in their world. I 100% agree with you, Deborah, that you do have to have a relationship with that person. You have to have a relationship, the women and the men, because as Ed said, there's men too that have a relationship with one woman. So with that said, I do believe that you need to have a relationship. But I want to say for the women that you need to have a relationship, you need to have a relationship that don't have absolutely nothing to do with him either. You need to build your own connection, because to me, that's when it becomes real. I'm going to stop and read her comments.
So the first one, to go back to the first thing she said, if you want, that you think the wife should have a say so. That's the wife should have a say so if that's part of their agreement, if that's arrangement. Everything is all about, which is why me and Kim had the big debate a few shows ago. We were talking about all these titles and stuff like that. These titles and stuff have significance and whatever. And not even so much titles. It's like, it's not even titles about the relationships. There's like titles to framework agreements.
And how a decision is made about stuff. So do you, but she was asking you specifically, and you're saying that in answer to your question, Deborah, he's saying that they have an agreement that she's allowed to pick who he can be with, then yes. Well, if that's an agreement, is that correct?
If that's an agreement, but it's not necessarily. I think that's not true poly, because that's like more of a. Now you have more of a.
You look at it more like a control thing.
That's a control thing.
You really believe that? Mm-hmm. So, but I know people that they're not. Everybody don't say they poly. Some people say they open, but they have an agreement. They say they open, but they say they have an agreement that they go out.
Right.
Okay, they go out and they choose together who.
Well, so okay, so yes.
So what you think about that?
No, I'm with you on that. I think let me make sure I clarify what I'm saying, because I think we're saying the same thing. I think it shouldn't be like she like had the end all be all answer. That's what I'm saying. Like she pick it for you. Because that's how some people can tell me, like, does she have a say so? Like yes, it could be a thing. I run it by her. I run it by you, and we both agree that this is what we're talking about. So that's that. So I would say it could be that way. It depends on the relationship, you know.
I
And
want to go.
personally-
I want to
and
go
personally-
back to that, but I think what is your scenario? Because this, I know somebody right now. Since you put me in this damn world, I'm getting asked questions about it.
I think,
But I know somebody right now that says that she liked this guy,
okay,
but her main person says no.
oh God. See, that's what gets tricky.
And she said she don't get it. She don't understand it. He can't. To her, there's no reasoning. And she said that's who her person. She showed that that's who she wants. But her guy is in an agreement. And she said, "Now I'm in a standstill." So Ed, I've been asked to ask you this: what should she do?
Well, she has to renegotiate. She had to stand firm. So she likes
so
the
you
guy.
would say she said she likes the guy.
She likes the guy. She has to tell him because she has to give him a reason why. And if his reason is,
But whatever his reason is, she
That's
don't
gets
agree
tricky.
with it.
It's tricky.
So I mean, I said that. I said what
That gets
what
tricky.
she said. It
That
ain't.
gets so
She
fucking
said she
tricky.
don't feel. I don't. She didn't go into detail exactly what reason. But she said she feel like his reasoning doesn't make any sense.
Or he might be saying some guys are intimidated by
But
other
what if?
men.
But you say that sometimes the spouse or the have an intuition about the person. Hell, I know my ex did. He used to have intuition about everything.
There's another thing too where they have an intuition. But see, that's where it gets tricky. This is where the relationship has to be dope. The bond between the primary partners have to be at a point where I'm gonna just say it like this. Angie does not put herself in a position of dictatorship. My wife, she doesn't say no, yes, no, yes. However, if she's like something weird, I trust that.
Okay.
And I can really like them. And I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck you, bye. They're gonna be all stanky and nasty. And she said no. My wife said no, get your ass out of here, Birch. No, I'm not saying that. But it'd be like, damn, let me check into this. Really?
So
Damn,
you just put a thought in your mind and you
do-
kind of go through the process to see what's up.
what's up.
Okay, I can share that in the mono world. I had a friend and my ex, he was like, he was like, Kim, and I was like, okay, I didn't see any red flags or anything. It wasn't nothing because I wasn't even on that with him. But my ex did. And he saw something in him. And he saw a lot. So I was like, if he said something, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah,
because I feel like he knew me enough to say. It was just a matter of time. Everything that he was saying came to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you should listen to that person. I'm sorry. I feel like you should. That's what I say. But let's get to her answer. She said, but that's the responsibility you take when you're with him because you're already aware of his situation. There's no guarantee. Anything can happen. You choose a man with baggage. I think you should never step in that type of relationship. It would be a no from me from the start.
I think you're talking about the kid situation.
No, she's talking about being poly and being with a man. Come on, Deborah, this is what you're saying. Being poly, if the man is married and he want to have no relationship, you already know what he's up against. So you shouldn't put yourself in it. In poly, there's no me and you because there's three or more. There is no he's not anyone's man, but hers. She's the wife. She's still first no matter how messed up she may be.
There's fun down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I agree, but I think you need to answer that because that's what everybody want to know.
Okay, so you say no for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the next one. I'm going to the next one, Deb, while you're still here. And probably there's no me and you because there's three or more. No, he's not anyone's man but hers. She's the wife. She's still first no matter how messed up she may be. Yeah, and see, and that's true. It's like you saying that. Yeah, she's still first no matter how messed up she may be. The reality of it that's true. The reality of it is it shouldn't truly be that way. Again, I go back to ideals, and I know a lot of times Kimmy Kim talks about what is. She don't like the ideal part or whatever, but you know. Okay, let me see the next one. I mean, I wouldn't want my husband to choose a woman who doesn't have as much as me. I would want him to choose the same caliber. And there you go. That part. That's something we gauge that too. Yeah, we always gauge that. We always look at that and see where it's not necessarily how beneficial the person is to us as much as it is how detrimental the person could be. It's not really an opportunity situation, an opportunist such a situation. And a lot of people, they look for these partners. It's like, I'm looking for a third, I'm looking for this and looking for that, because they're looking for a come up or something to add to their revenue stream or whatever. And it's not necessarily the angle. It's more or less like, how much of a detriment could they be? How much do they need to get to the ground? I look at people at ground zero. And if I feel like they're deficient, yeah, I got to get them up from being deficient to being sufficient. And that's like, it's taken away from us just to get them at ground zero. Like, have that basic needs met and stuff like that. So going to your point about they need to be on the same level as you, my spouse saying, or my girl or my woman or my husband or wife or boyfriend is saying they need to be at least on the same level as you. That is 100% factual. They need to be on the same page as you. If they're not on the same level, that shit is counterproductive, you know? So.
But I wanted to say, and we kind of, she said, I mean, I wouldn't want my husband to choose a woman who doesn't have as much as me. I would want him to choose the same caliber, as I'm better, especially if I have children.
Mm-hmm.
That's about when you gave the example of him having a wife with trauma. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
That's what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm getting from you, Deborah, is that poly is an absolute no-go for you, and I feel it, and I receive it. It is what it is. However, your reasonings as why I think is great. I think Ed would agree too. He's heard it all. I'm quite sure you have. For all the reasons of why you wouldn't, and that level right there, that's what I would call when you say, you know, a woman, I would want my husband to choose a certain kind of woman, or in open relationships, a woman want a man that's less out. You know what? Not her ass. But that's when it's like that, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that it's no different than any other person. That's on you.
And
You
Deb
want
said
your
she's
mate to
poly.
pick a certain, huh?
She said no, she's poly, definitely.
I'm poly, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So she is poly.
She's
Okay,
poly.
so you saying that so you are poly. So you're 100% for poly. Okay. Mm-hmm. So with that said, when you said, I mean, I wouldn't want my husband to choose a woman who doesn't have as much as me. So you're saying that you wouldn't want your husband to be with a woman that don't have as much as you. She don't carry herself like you are. Let me see the last one. Okay. She just posted it. She's clarifying. I'm saying it seems that you have rules and regulations on a poly relationship. You don't have rules and regulations in a poly relationship, Edward? You don't have boundaries? You don't have agreements?
Well, what it is more free flowing. The thing is, it goes with the thing like
understandings.
Okay. Yeah, like, well, you can't like we were talking before, can't be somebody you dated, be like somebody
that would be considered family. A rule, right?
Yeah, but rules are like, you can't do this. See, what I'm saying is that there are people that do this thing called hierarchy, where it's like, okay, it's the husband and wife, and everybody else is subservient, and then there's veto power, where the wife, like, just one moment, like, you know, I don't really like her, tell her to go, and it's like she's all involved with the kids, blah blah, or he's all involved with the family, and the woman or the husband has veto power. Those are things that kind of whack. It's more or less of if there's an intuition on some negative stuff, and then I would hope that my partner would be able to see and say, "Oh, she's saying you, Kim. You have?" She said, "It seems that you have rules and regulations on a poly." I say, "You do."
Do I have rules and regulations on a poly relationship?
I think what she's asking, yeah, you have rules. Yeah, she's saying you.
Okay, for me, my understanding of learning what it is. I feel like I believe in agreements. I believe in, as I say, Ed said agreements, I say contractual agreements. I believe that it eliminates a lot of bullshit. I believe it eliminates drama. All that, when he first told me all about it, what I learned about everything, it was all about 100% freedom. You know, like you just free. But then I learned that they have just as much bullshit as a mono relationship. So it comes with where you at and the boundaries and the agreements, as he said. So my take on it is that if that's a world that I will divulge in, it has to be a clear understanding. It has to be an absolute agreement. Exactly. It has to be an absolute agreement of what I want. I'm not for everyone, or I'm not for, like, I think that wife or that woman or that long-term person that knows that person more than me, or wherever they at in their relationship, I would say that everybody should be in an understanding role, because I don't feel like just because that person is chose that they might get that. But I think it's the absolute bomb if both of them get along to a point to where he becomes our man. You understand what I'm saying? So with that, I feel like every woman, when I just been asked this question, point blank, I just was asked this question today. I told Ed about a few days ago. Well, are you poly? I was like, because you talk about a lot of poly conversations.
You weren't sure.
And I was like, I'm not gonna plead the fifth, but what I am gonna do is reserve comment to be able to, because I'm trying to get clarity of exactly what they is. That's why you heard me earlier when I said I'm polyamon. Reason why I say I'm polyamon, and I just made that shit up. I said that because I absolutely understand more of it now than what it was, than what I was, just absolutely flat out told, because it was just like things can be projected as 100% horrible, nasty. And that's why earlier I talked about the lesbian world, being gay. I said freedom should be in everything, transgender, everything. I don't like to, and Ed know this, I don't like titles. I feel like it limits you and it puts you in a bond. And if poly is about being freedom, then it shouldn't be a title. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion. But you're direct. I don't feel like, for me, I feel like it's a rule and a regulation to fuck with me, period. Period. I'm going to be very clear. I'm very upfront, very transparent. It's either you're going to love me or your ass going to not fuck with me, period. And I'm okay either way. Like I said, I'm not for everybody. I'm just for me. So with that stated, but I feel like you're wrong as hell to not understand somebody that you talk to, be with, and mess with, period. And get where they come from. That's why we created this platform. And I feel like that is what's limited. And what I get from Ed more than anything is that he don't want to be limited in whatever he chooses to do. And I feel like the way we grew up in church, that's why I was talking about it at first, that's the realm that kind of shaded us, put us in that box. You know how they say, I remember that little girl was so sweet. She was so sweet, always singing Sunday. Wild as hell. Now I got about 7 baby daddies and
yeah, that happened a lot. Yeah,
and you're like, damn, why she so wild? Like, damn, what happened to her?
What happened to her? Exactly.
And so it'd be like, because what you was making her do, she wasn't doing. She was just told to do it. That's why. Okay, do you want to read what Debbie's saying?
So I think I'm coming from a point of view of I absolutely love my life and I just want something tangible and not so much of title, like you said. I don't want the responsibilities of a relationship, but I love companionship. And
I think that, Deborah, what you're saying is, that's why I love you without even knowing you. And that way is simply because you are a grown ass woman. And that's a grown ass woman statement. And I can go, a whole nother raunchy way and interpret that I won't for the sake of Ed. But I would say that that's you just being 100% real on that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's what I'm saying. If I haven't learned anything about even just being Ed's friend about who he had been, I have defended this man and things that I don't know. But the reason why I can do that now is because it's not what I heard. Now I truly know it's what I know. And to see somebody go through that, I rep that 100%. Whatever the hell you be, I fucks with it. Whatever he got going on, I fucks with it because I fucks with him. So with that stated, wherever the hell you want to be, just be grown about it. Stop the line. That'll keep you from all that stress. Because one lie, you got to keep covering it and be 100% honest. I don't have a problem with any female or any male of any kind whatsoever to say exactly how I feel. I'm just saying, be careful when you roll up and pull up next to me. Because when I say I'm sipping and spilling, I'm going to spill some shit. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to holler and take it, but I'm going to spill it. So just be careful because sometimes my delivery ain't as nice as I preach it to be. Especially if you coming for me. I'm just saying. I'm a sipper.
Transparency, she said. It's important.
It is. It really is, though. It is. And I think I don't like to judge. Now that I know what the world of poly is, I won't accept judgment on it anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just like I have friends that I didn't know that her and her husband have become. We grew up in church and I didn't know, she recently confessed to me that Kim, no, we've been in an open relationship. We've been in an open marriage for the last 10, 12 years. That's why you see us different. So when she and her husband was pushing up on us when I was married, my husband, they was pushing up on us trying to do something. I was just one feeling that or is you feeling what the hell? And I was like, girl,
like the blood of Jesus, huh?
and it took all of these years for her to come out and like say like, yeah, that's who he's on. I was like,
it's like people didn't know how to approach it. You know, they would just do their weird thing and see if you fall into.
But I can't sit on this platform and say I don't judge nobody and then judge. I'm saying we don't have to agree with stuff. You do what's comfortable for you. You know, I can authentically say that I want companionship. You know, I can, you know, some people say I can never date a married man. I can never be married. I can never be with a married woman. And that woman gonna always be this. And I don't, like you said, Deb, you know, I want my husband to choose this. I want my man to choose this kind of person. But I feel like that you just need to be sure about yourself. And that's it. And you need to be sure about who you with. And just believe in that. And I feel like a lot of times we try to make what it could be and don't see what you already have. I know I got this right now. That's where I'm at. Whatever else gonna happen, it's gonna happen regardless. I can't predict it, but I know I'm appreciate what I got right now. So I want to go ahead because we over our little time to edit and I like to do, but I just want to give a shout out to our children and the Mitchell family that I think we dope as fuck. So I'm just saying, we got too long. I mean, we got some bomb kids, you know, we got. I don't even know where to go. So I'm gonna start first, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with ours. So I think. How old is Jordan?
Jordan's 30. I think Jordan's
okay. So he finna be 30.
He's 30. He turned 30 last October.
Okay, so the oldest of the Mitchells is Jordan. Okay, then the second one on my side is Desmond. Okay, then we have Edwin.
Edwin is 25.
Yeah. So then we have the infamous Edwin Mitchell.
AKA Puffy.
Okay. See? Then we have on my side, Devin. Okay. A whole nother class of work. That's a true Mitchell.
Right.
Then we have your Dylan and my Dylan. We both have two Dylans. Same name. Same name, y'all.
Born the same year. 2000.
Oh my God. Just crazy. Both 21. Both crazy as hell.
Born 2000.
2000, yes.
So Dylan and Dylan, both 21 years old. Then after Dylan and Dylan, we have
your beautiful Eden Rain.
Eden Rain. She's 19. And then after Eden Rain, we got the little
infamous Demar.
The one we saw today.
My surprise. Don't judge me. But anyway, with that stated, to our beautiful children and seeing their parents get on this platform, but I gotta bag it up a little bit. The contribution to these beautiful children is the beautiful Miss R.G. Mitchell, as well as the infamous handsome Kenneth Mitchell. For them that helped us bring these two. I'm just saying the Mitchell, I feel like I found out, I wanted to tell you that I did a little heritage thing. It's like nobody don't know the ancestors of the Mitchells, and we got to find that out. So now I'm on a quest to find it out. But it's like, Ed was like, I don't know that other side. I don't know all of, and on my side, they say the same thing.
It's like they just know themselves.
Yeah, and that's sad. So we're gonna keep pushing that. So if your last name Mitchell, go ahead and say we don't know if you're family or not, but we're gonna love it because we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we some dope people. So to all our children, and
we love you guys.
We love y'all. And y'all, we just love y'all. And I know sometimes, if we embarrass y'all, we so sorry, but we're not sorry.
Kim ain't sorry about none of that shit. Neither am I. My kids know that shit. They know they like dad be on some others, And it's so funny because I get so crazy. We're gonna go. We're not gonna do it today, but anyway, next week we're gonna really go into characters, and I'm gonna get some outfits, and we're gonna be crazy. Because last weekend, me and Kim we were acting. Well, I'm gonna say I was acting. I'm gonna add her into it because she was like, "I need you to focus. I need you to get your life back to God." Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dad.
We love you. You're so dope. And all our people that rocks with us. Malachi had what his name? We call him Malachi. Derek. And I know I ain't seen Carl. I need Carl to pop in, man.
He watches in the side, and this doesn't show us everybody that's watching.
It doesn't.
That's so crazy.
It's okay. We're gonna figure out because we got a whole other platform. But Carl and Clarence, I'm always
Carl is my brother, y'all.
Carl's a brother, dope individual.
We got some good subscribers that's faithfully watching.
Where's G? G need to be jumping in on us. I ain't heard from Bridget. Bridget asked me who was on, and I ain't heard from Bridget. I ain't heard from Iris in a while.
I feel like we really do need to let everybody know more.
Yeah, it's
We
okay.
we haven't been good.
We've been because
Telling everybody, but we will.
we
But
will.
to everybody that do watch and everybody that showed up tonight and all the nights that we on, we appreciate the love. We will be giving it to you again.
Like, subscribe, and share on every
Platform that there is.
platform.
There's Instagram, there's TikTok,
TikTok,
and there's Facebook, and there's YouTube.
And we're on Anchor, which we got to do more stuff on Anchor, but we'll work on that another time. All right, guys, we like you, love you. We will always want more of you. It's been real and it's fun, and it's always motherfucking real fun. You heard me what I say. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit. Ain't nothing shaking but the leaves in the trees, and that would be shaking if it wasn't for the breeze, goddamn it. You heard me. If I had your hand, I'd cut mine off. You heard what I say. Okay. But listen, like, subscribe, and share. Sip Mitchell&Mitchell, Sip and Spill. Listen, we appreciate all the love, and gratitude is one of the most powerful form of energy outside of love. And so we thank you, and we appreciate you. Until next time, holla back at y'all. Holla back.